Till Green, who's ready for some super stock racing action here tonight at the Electric City Speedway. And we're officially live on Facebook and YouTube as well. If you're joining us from the comfort of your own living room, we appreciate you being here. We're going green flag racing with Soda Super Stock Heat number 1. JD Olson, look at those cars over, and the green flag is out. Jumping out front fast, that is the 3T of John Tribble, taking that mid-row through 1 and 2 on his back doorstep there. Side by side as we head through 3 and 4, 108 of Bill Monet on the inside. Car's starting to stretch out a little bit through 1 and 2. Again, 3T of Tribble has got the car to beat right now. RC Geis on his back doorstep, wrapping up the top 3 here as we head across the start-finish with the 32 of Bodie Smith. Nice tacky racetrack to start things off here. Great night of racing for Hall of Fame night at the Electric City Speedway. 4T of Matt Tribble side by side, or battling it out, I should say, with the 108 of Bill Monet. Down on the inside, 4T of Tribble side by side across the start-finish. Tribble is going to hold on to it. 108 on the high side, Bill Monet side by side as they head through 1 and 2. Still the car to beat right now is going to be the 3T, John Tribble. He's out front fast, taking full advantage of that start. JD Olson showing him right now. Out that halfway point across the track. Again, we're looking at 3T, John Tribble's got the car to beat. 9 of RC Geis and 32 of Bodie Smith wrapping up the top 3. On the inside, looking for a slide job. Couldn't quite close that deal as the 70 of Jason Johnston on the inside are trying to make a move on the 4T of Matt Tribble. 32 looking for an opportunity on the inside. Bodie Smith weighing out his options there. RC Geis a little bit high, and it's going to be Geis across the start-finish. 32, Bodie Smith holding on to that car, just trying to make a last-minute move there. 108 also weighing out his options. Bill Monet on the back doorstep of the 32 of Bodie Smith. And if you're just now joining us, white flag is out, streaming live Facebook and YouTube here this Saturday evening. It is officially Hall of Fame night. 3T John Tribble, and still battling it out with the 32. Not quite weighing out any options just yet. Bodie Smith, car number 32, looking for a last-minute move on RC Geis. And again, that is going to wrap it up. 3T John Tribble is going to bring out the checkered flag. That officially is heat number 1 with our Auto Works repair with Soda Super Stocks. We'll get you that next lineup here momentarily. Heat number 2 with our Soda Super Stocks headed your way. All right, taking a look at heat number 2 with our Soda Super Stocks inside pole position. That is car number 67 out of Great Falls, Montana. The 67 of Casey Stephenson on his outside door panel. Car number 85 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Patrick Lemire. Inside second row, car number 2 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is PJ Popham. Car number 22 on the outside door panel out of Joplin, Montana. That is Andrew Ish. Inside third row, car number 11 out of Belgrade, Montana. Will Morgan. Car number 93, third row outside. That is the 93 out of Great Falls, Montana of Clay Irwin. Wrapping up the pack inside, fourth row, car number 1K out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Levi DePaul. Make sure you stop down to the Electric City Racers Hall of Fame booth. You can grab your t-shirts down there, just $20. Kids, get your name in the drawing for, of course, the bike raffles that are going to be taking place during intermission. Also be taking place during intermission, the Hall of Fame inductees. Going to be a great time, so make sure you stick around for that. Don't forget, mark your calendars coming up here this next Thursday night. Kentucky Headhunters, July 23rd, the one and only. It's kind of funny. A lot of folks have asked us, well, is this a cover band of the Kentucky Headhunters? Nope. This is the Kentucky Headhunters, the one and only Kentucky Headhunters. Couple different ways to buy those tickets. Find one of the banners around the racetrack tonight. Scan that QR code. Get your tickets now. They're $20. If you wait till the night of the show, those tickets are $30 at the door. Buy the tickets now. Again, scan the QR code. There's also a link up on our Facebook page. Another link can be found on the website. You'll see the Kentucky Headhunters banner right there, smack dab in the middle of the electriccityspeedway.com website. Click on that. That's how you get your tickets. Again, this next Thursday night, the one and only Kentucky Headhunters at the Electric City Speedway. Reeves Brothers opening for them. J.D. Olson on the booth looking these cars over here as we head through 3 and 4. 67 is Stephenson on the inside. And he's holding it back. Getting a little overzealous this evening, gentlemen. 67 jumping that start, and they're going to reline him up and say, nope, you got to stay off that gas a little while longer. Jumping the start, 67, Stephenson on the inside. Patrick Lemire, car number 85, inside second row. PJ Popham, car number 2. Andrew Ish in the 22, inside third row. That's the 11 of Will Morgan, 93, Clay Irwin, 1K. Levi DePaul, green flag is out. Here we go. 85, Patrick Lemire jumping out front fast into 1 and 2. Stephenson dropping just a little ways back. Stephenson right on the back doorstep there. The 85, Patrick Lemire side by side down the back straightaway. PJ Popham, car number 2, looking for an opportunity on the inside of the 67 of Stephenson. Not going to close that deal. Darn near side by side across the start finish. On the high side, we've got the 85 Lemire inside Stephenson, car number 67, making a move and a little goose on the wall there out of the 85. 85 is going to try to slide job that thing down low into 3 and 4. Couldn't quite get her done. Opening up the door, potentially not quite for PJ Popham, car number 2. 67 Casey Stephenson jumping out front fast. 85 Lemire. Popham, car number 2. 93 Clay Irwin wrapping up the top 4. Side by side as we head through 3 and 4. Popham down on the inside. Still a little greasy down there trying to hold on to that car. 85 of Lemire on the high side. Lemire's going to hold on to it down the front straightaway and across the start finish. Lemire gets a little bit high again across the back straightaway. That's going to open up the door for the 2 of Popham. Popham dropping that car down low into 3 and 4 and pulls the slide job right, blocking the traffic across the start finish. That's, friends, what you call closing the door. 67 is Stephenson holding on to it across the back straightaway. Popham starting to get some clean air and moving out front fast. 85, though, not quite giving up that real estate super quick. 85, Patrick Lemire, right on the back doorstep of Popham. Casey Stephenson, car number 67's got the car to beat as per usual. Looks like car number 2, PJ Popham, starting to draw things out a little bit between the 85 of Lemire. 93 of Irwin. Again, that track's still just a little bit greasy for these super stocks. Nothing too crazy, though. And 67 of Stephenson's going to hold on to it. Car number 2, PJ Popham. 85 Lemire. 93 Irwin still looking for an opportunity on the back doorstep of the 85. 85 getting a little slickery there. White flag is out for the 67. 67 starting to weigh out a little bit of lap traffic. The 1K of Levi DePaul. Is he going to hit it, though, before the start finish? 2, PJ Popham trying to nosedive that car down low. Not quite able to have to dynamite the brakes into the side of 67. Checkered flag is out. Car number 67 looks to be maybe having some trouble there. That car slowed down significantly. That was the 67 of Casey Stephenson. Almost like that last little bit of the race there. I'm not sure what happened to that car, but it seemed to kind of slow down a little bit on him. PJ Popham, car number 2, had to dynamite those brakes in between 3 and 4. All right, hang on, friends. We'll get to that next lineup here just around the corner. We're looking at the RPM Automotive IMCA Sport Compacts coming up. We'll get you that lineup here on a Saturday night at the Electric City Speedway. All right, before we get to that lineup, so the Electric City Racers Hall of Fame doing a pits-only 50-50 to kick off the night, and they're already sold out. So fans, as they start making their way around for 50-50, make sure you get your tickets. It's going to be a great night for 50-50. But let's get the winning ticket for the pits. Again, this is the 50-50 for the pits, so everybody get your ticket out. It is a green ticket. Ticket number 672082. Green ticket 672082. That again was the Pitts 50/50, which is already sold out. Green ticket 672082. Big thanks to the Electric City Racers Hall of Fame, honoring the heroes of the sport, preserving history. Those inductions coming up during intermission here today. All right, taking a look here at our IMCA Sport Compact lineup. Inside pole position, that is car number 27 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Isabella Hogue. On her outside door panel, car number 7 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Sarah McDunn. Inside second row, car number 21 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Butch Kuno. Outside door panel, car number 40 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Braden Kolowick. Inside third row, car number 71 out of Townsend, Montana. That is Rodney Wagner on his outside door panel. Car number 13 of Chase Matei. Looking for the green flag this time by for our Sport Compacts, which again, brought to you by RPM Automotive. J.D. Olson looking him over, and green flag is out. Heat number 1 with our IMCA Sport Compacts. Car number 27, Isabella Hogue, jumping out front fast. 3 wide as we head down 1 and 2. Hold on to her. And we got the 40 jumping out. That again is Callaway, or Callaway, excuse me. 40 right on the back doorstep there, starting to sneak up to the car 27 of Isabella Hogue, side by side as we head through 3 and 4. 40 looking for an opportunity. That is Braden Kolowick. Kolowick side by side on the outside through 1 and 2. 71 Wagner right side by side there with the yellow. And they're going to hold on to it down the back straightaway. Looks like the 13 Matei is going to hold on to it as well, working through those lap cars. I shouldn't say lap cars, working through those cars down the front straightaway. Car number 40, Braden Kolowick. Got the car to beat. Can't quite rule out, though, the 27 of Hogue. Down the back straightaway, 13. Chase Matei has got the car to beat as well. 71 of Rodney Wagner wrapping up the top 4. That 40 certainly got the clean air, doing a good job out front and center. Side by side, 27 getting a little bit high there in turn 2, pushing the 13 Matei up a little bit. Side by side down the back straightaway, Isabella Hogue, car number 27 on the inside, slowing things up, opening up the opportunity possibly for the 71 of Wagner. They're going to stretch out across the start-finish. J.D. Olson on the booth giving them the halfway mark. 40, Braden Kolowick. That is the car to beat here tonight. 13, Chase Matei on the back doorstep. 27, Isabella Hogue, making that car about 4 lanes wide, pushing a little bit coming out of turn 4. 71 Wagner on the inside right now. Car number 40, Braden Kolowick, out front fast. 13, Chase Matei. 71, Wagner. Still can't quite rule out the 27 of Hogue. 27 of Hogue pushing a little bit once again there on turn 4. A little more controlled through that turn. Still a little greasy out there in a couple of areas for these Sport Compacts. Big thanks to RPM Automotive for our IMCA Sport Compact sponsor here tonight. Looks like that door might just open up here as we head across the start finish. White flag is out. We got ourselves a race, friends, with the IMCA Sport Compacts. 40, Kolowick on the high side. Inside, 13, Matei. Matei couldn't quite close the deal through 1 and 2. 40's going to hold on to it down the back straightaway. A little bit of lap traffic here. Are they going to get hung up as we head through 3 and 4? So far, 40. Kolowick is going to hold on to it. And checkered flag is out. Almost a photo finish across the start-finish line there. 13, Matei looking for every possible opportunity right up until the closing line. But the 40, Braden Kolowick, is going to get the job done. Hang on, friends. We'll get you that lineup for IMCA Sport Compact Heat number 2. We got some green flag racing for you here on a Saturday night at the Electric City Speedway. All right, taking a look at heat number 2 with our RPM Automotive IMCA Sport Compacts. Car number 22 on the inside pole position out of Great Falls, Montana. That is the 22 of Cassie Hudson. Outside door panel, that is car number 34 out of Great Falls, Montana, Jaden Rayan. Inside, second row, car number 3, JR. That again is the 3 JR out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Vincent Opeld on his outside door panel there. Car number 20T out of Great Falls, Montana. That is TJ Wanger. Inside third row, car number 50B out of Great Falls, Montana. That's Caden Black on his outside door panel. Car number 84 out of Missoula, Montana. That is Leaf Kuno. And big shout out to Central Plumbing and Heating here tonight. That again, Central Plumbing and Heating, they should be over on the west end of the grandstands. I've heard they got quite a turnout tonight. So tell you what, if you're with Central Plumbing and Heating, throw your hands up, make some noise. We appreciate you being here. And here's the story. Oh, a couple of them right down in front here. Evidently, they wanted to sit out in the crowd and deal with all the weather here tonight. So we appreciate you guys being here. Central Plumbing and Heating also wanted to remind everybody about the new Toby's House Crisis Nursery that's going to be going up. They're helping out with that project. They encourage all of you to make donations to Toby's House Crisis Nursery. You can find more on their website as well. But again, Toby's Crisis House Nursery, always accepting donations. And again, big thanks to Central Plumbing and Heating for joining us here tonight. Normally going to be up in the BIP booths, but deciding to brave the weather elements and hang out with us in the crowd tonight. It's a better seat out there anyways, right? 22, Cassie Hudson, inside pole position, and green flag is out. IMCA Sport Compact Heat number 2. We're heading just about 4 wide down the front straightaway. Car number 20 jumping out to the outside. That's the 20T of Wanger. 3 wide as we head through 1 and 2. Car number 22, Hudson's got the 1 to beat down the back straightaway. 34 of Rain as well, stretching things out a little bit. Side by side through 3 and 4. And it's going to be the 22 of Hudson across the start finish. Car number 50 of Black as well, trying to make a move down the front straightaway, starting to stretch things out a little bit between 1 and 2. Nice thing with these sport compacts, they can pretty much run whatever line they want right now, but there's still some kind of greasy spots out there a little bit. I'm sure those late models will take care of those little slickery spots pretty darn quick for us. 22 Hudson cross the start finish. 34 Rain making that car about 4 lanes wide. Caden Black, car number 50B, making that car pretty darn wide there coming out of turn 2 as well. 20T of Wanger looking for an opportunity, still 2 wide as we head through 3 and 4. 50 of Black getting a little bit high there on turn 4, closing the door though across the start finish, just about side by side across that start finish line as well. And this is heat number 2, RPM Automotive IMCA Sport Compacts here tonight at the Electric City Speedway. Bumper to bumper down the back straightaway. Gonna hold on to it. Car number 22 of Cassie Hudson. 50, Caden Black side by side. 34 dropping down to the inside there. That's Jaden Rain. Got a bit of a battle there mid to late pack as well. Might have a little technical difficulty out of the 34. That car looked to be kind of jumping around, maybe slowing down just a little bit across the back straightaway. That's going to open up the door there for a nice pass out of the 3 JR of Vincent Opelt. Still anybody's race out front. Cassie Hudson, car number 22, has got the 1 to beat. Jaden Rain right on the back doorstep. Still anybody's race down the front straightaway. 50, Caden Black looking for a move on the inside. Caden Black diving her down into 1 and 2. Couldn't quite hold on to that car. It's going to slide right back up behind the 22 of Hudson. Got a little bit of debris coming off the back of the 34 of Rain. Well, the race crews are watching that closely. White flag is out. 22 Hudson going to take it across the start finish. And that white flag is out. Little debris off of the 34. We're going to let her roll, though, as we head across the start finish here. And again, it's going to be car number 22, Cassie Hudson, getting the deal done, starting in the pole position. There she is, waving the hand. And that is Cassie Hudson, car number 22, 50 on the back doorstep of Caden Black. And that is car number 34 out of Great Falls, Montana, sponsored by Clean Air Care, Yogurt City, Bush Barn Incorporated, and Mom and Dad. That is the 22 of Cassie Hudson. All right, what do you say we move things over to some Wissota late models here? 406 flooring Wissota late models will get you Heat number 1 lineups just around the corner. Taking a look at Wissota late model heat number 1 inside row. That is going to be car number 01. Car number 01 out of Sun River, Montana, of Paul Leach on his outside door panel. Car number 29 out of Billings, Montana. That is Ty Hampel. Inside second row, car number 1L out of Trenton, North Dakota. That is the 1L of Jeremiah Ledoux. On his outside door panel, car number 24. 24 is out of Belgrade, Montana, of Dwayne Fowler. Inside third row, car number 98 out of Boulder, Montana, Dana Liram. On his outside door panel, car number 30 out of Black Eagle, Montana. That is Gary Hill. Inside fourth row, car number 05 out of Sun River, Montana. That is Tyler Leach. Again, kids, don't forget to get your name in the drawing for the trophy presentations. That is the Junior Fan Club. We'll holler at you during intermission, let you know who's going to help us with trophy presentations tonight. And if you'd like an announcement made tonight as well, you can throw a couple of dollars into the rollover fund. And speaking of announcements, want to wish a big happy birthday to Carla Hansen. Carla Hansen, where are you? Big happy birthday going out to Carla Hansen. Bodie Smith is her favorite driver. Big happy birthday again, Carla Hansen. But if we can get an announcement made for you, throw a couple of dollars into that rollover fund in case any of these drivers find themselves wheels up. It's happened a fair number of times here this year. Big thanks to the Electric City Racing Hall of Fame, throwing some extra money into the pots tonight. An additional $1,200 total in winnings this evening, $300 per class. For the 4 classes that are running tonight, they're also going to be doing the Midwest Modifieds and Street Stocks a different night as well. If you haven't stopped over to the Electric City Racing Hall of Fame, stop over, meet the crew, maybe even want to volunteer, be on the board. They're always looking for help there. They do have T-shirts for sale tonight as well, $20. And don't forget, we'll be doing those Hall of Fame introductions and honoring the inductees during intermission. That'll be down right front and center, as well as the bike giveaway. So again, the bike giveaway is going to be right down front and center. That'll be during intermission here. 01, Paul Leach, inside pole position. 29, Ty Hampel. Jeremiah Ledoux, car number 1L. Dwayne Fowler, car number 24. J.D. Olson looking these cars over, and looks like green flag is out as we head through 3 and 4. Car number 01, Paul Leach, out front fast down the front straightaway and on his outside door panel. That is the 29 of Hampel. Hampel slides up high. That's going to open up the door for Ledoux. Ledoux dropping into the number 2 spot. Side by side, Leach in the 05 looking for an opportunity on the inside of the 24 of Dwayne Fowler. Side by side down the front straightaway, 05 Leach as well, weighing out his opportunities on the inside. 24 Fowler still running that midline. 05 Leach can't quite close that deal. 01 Paul Leach out front fast in that Dust Pods late model car across the start finish. He is just cruising. Both him and his kid racing last night at the Gallatin Speedway, having a solid evening there. 01 Leach has got the car to beat. 1L Ledoux wrapping up the top 2. 29 Hampel still battling it out. The 24 and the 05. 24 Fowler on the outside of the 05 of Leach. Leach on the inside trying to make a move. And Ty Hampel throwing that car in hard. Nice slide job as we come out turn 4. 29 of Hampel across the start finish. Running a lap time right now at about 14.1. That is the fastest lap time right now out of Ty Hampel. Again, 14.1 on that last lap. 01, Paul Leach got the car to beat out front fast. 29 of Ty Hampel wrapping up the top 2. 1, Ledoux wrapping up the top 3. Ledoux weighing his options on the inside of the 29 of Hampel. Can't quite close that deal, though. A little bit of a bump starting to develop there in turn 4. You'll see those cars kind of hopping around just a little bit. Paul Leach jumping out, though, and he's got the clean air. He's got the car to beat. Hampel still racing hard, though, with the 1 of Ledoux. White flag is out. J.D. Olson showing it to him in the 01 of Paul Leach. Side by side down the front straightaway. Still anybody's race, trading paint. And it looks like Ledoux's going to close the deal and open up the door for a couple of cars. 24 Fowler passing the inside of the 29. And checker flag is out for the 01 of Leach. And Ledoux's going to get her done in the 1L. 24 Dwayne Fowler. Anybody's race right up until the last possible second. 01 Paul Leach starting off. Pole position, closing the deal. Ledoux fighting for every square inch of real estate he could get. Dwayne Fowler, car number 24. Man, talk about a Wissota late model heat number 1 kicking things off here tonight. And if you didn't get enough, good news is we got another one for you. We'll get that lineup here headed your way. Taking a look at heat number 2 with our Wissota late models that are brought to you by 406 Flooring. Again, 406 Flooring Wissota late models. Heat number 2 inside pole position. Car number 1 out of Glasgow, Montana. That is Rock Deagley on his outside door panel. Car number 1X out of Black Eagle, Montana. That's the 1X of Vernon Hill. Inside second row, car number 99 out of Great Falls, Montana. That's Nick Brindley on his outside door panel. Car number 1H. That is the 1H out of Black Eagle, Montana of Vernon Hill Jr. Inside third row, car number 68 out of Great Falls, Montana. That's the 68 of Jimmy Zarimski. And on his outside door panel, third row, that is car number 16 out of Manhattan, Montana. That is the 16 of Smokey Jensen. Big thanks to all of our sponsors out here tonight. First Interstate Bank, 3D International, Advantage Insurance, Alliance for Youth, All-In Canopies, a lot of storage, Auto Works Repair, Automotive Machine, Bensky Towing and Recovery, Big Sky Bungee, Big Sky Bus Lines, Big Sky Deli and Bakery, Bliss Cyclery, and Brett Harris Insurance. A lot of partners making the 2026 season a reality. We can't thank them enough. Also, big thanks to Central Plumbing and Heating. Hanging out with us in the crowd here tonight as well. Don't forget, kids, you got to do it before intermission. Get your name in the drawing for those bike giveaways over at the Electric City Hall of Fame booths. Grab your Hall of Fame t-shirts as well, just $20. And more importantly, don't forget about the Kentucky Headhunters coming up this next week. You know, we've had a lot of people asking us about the Kentucky Headhunters. They're like, is this some cover band? No, the one and only Kentucky Headhunters are coming right here to the Electric City Speedway this Thursday night. If you see one of the posters around the racetrack, scan the QR code. You can get your tickets that way. They're $20 now, $30 at the door if you wait. More details on Facebook as well. You'll find the link on our Facebook, or you can go to our website as well, electriccityspeedway.com. Click on their picture. That'll get you all the information about the Kentucky Headhunters. All right, Wissota late models lining things up. Car number 1, Rock Deagley, inside pole position. 1X, Vernon Hill on his outside door panel. Inside second row, 99 of Nick Brindley. 1H, Vernon Hill Jr. Inside third row, car number 68 of Jimmy Zarimski. And Smokey Jensen, car number 16. One lap till green flag racing. Looking for it next time by. Heat number 2 with our Wissota late models. And J.D. Olson on the booth looking these cars over here tonight. And green flag is out. Heat number 2 with our Wissota late models. Deagley on the inside, the 1X. Hill battling it out side by side through 1 and 2. 68, Zaremski jumping up there as well on the inside, stretching out a little bit across the back straightaway. 1X, Vernon Hill Jr. trying to make a move on the inside. Deagley wrapping up the top two, but again, Vernon Hill on the inside trying to take that car down low through 1 and 2. Zaremski right on the back doorstep. Jimmy Zaremski, car number 68, slide job through 3 and 4, and is going to hold on to it across the start finish. 1 of Rock Deagley. We got a lot of ones out there. It's hard to keep track of all of them. All right, 1, Rock Deagley's out front. Or no, excuse me, that is the 1X, Vernon Hill. My bad on that. Deagley, number 2. So again, 1X, Vernon Hill out front. Deagley, number 2. And Jimmy Zaremski, car number 68, looking for an opportunity. Zaremski clear back, third row inside, but he is not wasting any time. Another slide job coming out of turn 4. Jimmy Zaremski across the start finish is going to hold on to it. Jimmy Zaremski got the car to beat right now. He's turning in a lap time 14.6 seconds out of Jimmy Zaremski. Vernon Hill is sitting at about 14.7, and Zaremski just about a tenth of a second behind him right now. So 1X, Vernon Hill holding on to it. It's got the clean air out front. 68, Jimmy Zaremski. That car is doing exactly what he wants through 3 and 4. Fast lap time there of 14.5 seconds out of Jimmy Zaremski. Basically a 20th of a second or so off of Vernon Hill. Still anybody's race, and white flag is out across the start finish. 1X, Vernon Hill's definitely got the car to beat. 68 is Zaremski, almost getting a little loose there into 1, but holds on to it. And checkered flag is out. 1X, Vernon Hill Jr. closing the deal. Starting on the outside pole position, 1X, Vernon Hill. Jimmy Zaremski doing what he has to get that hard charger award here tonight out of the 68, starting on the inside third row and making his way up to the number 2 seed. 1X, Vernon Hill Jr. getting the job done. Man, what a crazy WISSOTA late model race here tonight on Hall of Fame night at the Electric City Speedway. We got some IMCA modified action just around the corner here, friends. All right, taking a look at our Alliance for Youth IMCA Modifieds here tonight. Inside pole position, that is going to be car number 60 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is John Price on his outside door panel. Car number 2 out of Great Falls, Montana, Mike Pistolak. Inside second row, car number 68 out of Ulm, Montana. That is the 68 of Sean LaRock on his outside door panel. Car number 26 out of Livingston, Montana, Casey Kynette. Inside third row, that is car number 5X out of Belgrade, Montana. That's Taylor Johnson. Outside third row, car number 98H out of Great Falls, Montana. That's Colby Hanna. Inside fourth row, car number 11, also out of Great Falls, Montana. That's Joey Price. And car number 413 out of Homestead, Montana. Where in the world is Homestead, Montana? I have no idea where that's at. 413 of Tate Johnson. Also wanted to pass this information along. As I mentioned, there was a 50-50 for the pits exclusively with the Electric City Racing Hall of Fame. Junior Nelson is the one who won, and let's give him a big round of applause. Junior Nelson donated all the money back to the Electric City Racing Hall of Fame. Give him a big round of applause for that. How cool is that? Wins 50-50. And again, the goal is to raise a little bit of money for the Hall of Fame, but he donated all of his winnings back here tonight. So Junior Nelson, thank you so much for doing that. Hey, as they're making their way around with 50-50 tonight, grab some tickets. We got a great crowd in the house tonight. It's going to be a lot of money in the pot, and more importantly, it helps out the Electric City Racing Hall of Fame. So grab those 50-50 tickets, all right? Getting these IMCA Modifieds, Alliance for Youth IMCA Modifieds to roll in that racetrack here tonight. Working on that lineup now. Looks like lights are out. Going to be going green flag this time by, it sounds like. Again, extra payouts thanks to the Hall of Fame tonight. $300 extra per class. 60, John Price, Pistolac on the outside. J.D. Olson looking these cars over. We've got a green flag out. Heat number 1, IMCA Modifieds. 60, Price right in the middle. Pistolac on the back doorstep. Price is going to hold on to it through 1 and 2. 68 of LaRock on the inside, side by side with the 26 of Kynette. It is anybody's race. 413, Tate Johnson got a car out there. 3 wide as we head through turn 3 into 4. Still 3 wide down the front straightaway. Pistolac on the outside. 26, Kynette. Splitting the difference there. 413, a little bit of a slide job there. Still 3 wide as we head down the back straightaway. 60, John Price has got the car to beat here across the start finish. Anybody's race. 68 of Sean LaRock across the start finish. And 413, Tate Johnson not wasting any time, starting way in the back and working his way up to that number 3 seat right now. Kynette on the outside of the 11 of Joey Price, side by side through 3 and 4. Price on the inside. Car number 11, clean pass down the front straightaway. Car number 60, John Price is going to hold on to it. 68 of Sean LaRock. 413, Tate Johnson trying to drop that car down on the inside and is going to hold on to it. Starting to get a little bit of a dry slick there mid-turn or so. Car number 2, Pistolac, getting a little bit high there in turn 4. 60, John Price out front, holding on to her. Sean LaRock, 68, looking for an opportunity to make up a little real estate there through 3 and 4. 413, Tate Johnson making that car about 4 wide as he gets a little bit of a crunch there with Joey Price, car number 11. Price on the inside of the 413, trying to make a clean move. Price going to nose that car in. Couldn't quite do it. Had to dynamite those brakes through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, Price, 68, LaRock, 413 of Johnson, and Joey Price, car number 11. Price looking for any opportunity to make a move on the 413, side by, or I should say bumper to bumper down the back straightaway. 60, John Price. White flag is out. And Joey Price closed that deal. That hood starting to flap up a little bit on him there on the 11 of Joey Price. I think he munched up a couple of those hood pins when he had a little contact with the 413. And 60, John Price starting in the pole position, closing the deal. 68 of Sean LaRock and 413 of Tate Johnson. Again, Tate Johnson really moving up front fast, getting the job done. That is car number 60 out of Great Falls, Montana of John Price, closing the deal, getting the job done. Heat number 1, Alliance for Youth IMCA Modifieds. Let's get you that second lineup here momentarily. Taking a look at IMCA Modified Heat number 2, inside pole position. He's back after popping that last motor. That is the 9K out of Great Falls, Montana, a Corey Wormling on his outside door panel. Car number 21 out of Belgrade, Montana. That is Corey Craver. Inside, second row, car number 16 OZ out of Cascade, Montana. That is CR Eisenzimmer. Car number 4C outside, second row. 4C out of Great Falls, Montana, Travis Shoemate. Inside third row, car number 2C out of Three Forks, Montana. That's Jordan Tossi. Car number 05 on the outside door panel of Tyler Leach. Inside fourth row, car number 12 out of Belgrade, Montana. That is Ty Clemens. What do you guys think so far? Some dirt track racing on a Saturday night. It started a little questionable there with that severe thunderstorm that rolled through, but a little wind didn't hurt nothing other than a couple of canopies out there. I think some of those canopies have seen better days, but hey, we're up and cooking, right? Green flag racing on a Saturday night, and I think we're looking clear and dry the rest of the evening here, so good news there. And just got word on this. We were talking about the 50-50 in the pits as well. And big thanks to Junior Nelson for getting that job done and donating all that money back. Incredibly cool deal. And green flag is out. Here we go. Car number 21, Corey Craver's got the car to beat. Wormling in the 9K, dropping back a little bit side by side right now with the 12 of Clemens. Still anybody's race across start finish though. 21, Corey Craver, side by side. Leach on the inside of the 4C. A Shoemate Leach is going to close the deal. Heading through 1 and 2. Shoemate still kind of weighing out his options down the back straightaway. Car number 12, fastest in the Falls winner. That is Ty Clemens right on the back doorstep of the 4C of Shoemate. Side by side as we head down the front straightaway. Clemens on the inside, Shoemate on the outside. 05, Tyler Leach has got a car to beat here tonight. Side by side, 12, Clemens on the inside. 4C Shoemate getting a little bit on the high side. 21, Corey Craver starting to get a little bit high there. 05 of Leach looking for an opportunity to take back a little real estate there. 05 of Leach holding that car down low through 3 and 4. 21 Craver a little bit higher, almost a photo finish as we head across the start finish. 21 Corey Craver getting the job done. 05 Leach looking for any opportunity though as well to knock on that back doorstep. Can't quite rule out 12 of Ty Clemens starting at the back of the pack inside 4th row. He's been working his way up slowly but surely. And still anybody's race at this point. 21 Craver got the car to beat. 05 of Leach weighing out that line through 1 and 2. He's going to hold on to it down the back straightaway. 5 of Leach dropping that car a little bit higher through 3 and 4. And he's going to hold that line with 21 of Craver. 21 of Craver again favoring that high line, or well, I wouldn't really call it a high line, mid-high. And looks like 21 Craver still got the car out there, putting that right rear right on the cushion through 3 and 4. 05 of Leach, he's got 1 lap to close the deal. Can he do it? 21 Corey Craver starting on the outside pole position. 05 of Leach starting to clear back 3rd row outside. And Leach going for the Hail Mary on the inside. Can he close the deal? No, he cannot. 21 Corey Craver getting the job done here on a Saturday night. Out of Belgrade, Montana. Again, Corey Craver outside pole position. Not giving up a square inch of real estate. Leach in the 05 fighting every tooth and nail he could. That car number 21, Corey Craver, sponsored by Langless, Rock Bar Ranch, 406 Brewery, First Choice Storage, Blackmore Electric. That again is Corey Craver, car number 21. As I mentioned, it is Hall of Fame night here tonight. We're going to have those Hall of Fame inductions down front and center. We've also got bike giveaways tonight as well. We're going to be kicking that off here momentarily. Hey, but wanted to give you a little taste tester of what you can expect this next Thursday night, the 23rd. That is the one and only Kentucky Headhunters right here at the Electric City Speedway. And here's a little taste tester of what you're going to experience. That is the one and only Kentucky Headhunters, who are making a stop right here at the Electric City Speedway this coming Thursday night. Tickets, $20 now, $30 at the door. You can bring your lawn chairs. It is going to be a great time. You can scan the QR codes on the banners around the racetrack tonight, or pop over to our Facebook or the website, electriccityspeedway.com. Well, at this time, it's officially that time of the show here to get you down front and center. Mandy's going to take things over with the Electric City Racing Hall of Fame for not only bike giveaways, but more importantly, we got some inductions tonight. Mandy, what do we got coming up?
Thank you, Jason. Yes, what a great night to be here tonight. I get the privilege of introducing all of our 2026 Hall of Fame inductees. If I could get all of you to come down, either the inductees and or family, however many people you want to come down with you. We're going to start with Mick Meesmer. Sorry, if you want to stand off to the side.
Not a problem. Yep.
We're going to start with the drivers. So Mick Meesmer, I know you're here. All right, here comes the Meesmer family. Right here, yep. Yep, just. All right, Mick Meesmer. He was born in 1958. Mickey grew up completely immersed in the racing community, surrounded by family and close friends who shared the same passion. His journey behind the wheel began in 1973 when he was just 15 years old, driving his father's 57 Pontiac in the Billings Pitman's race. Soon after, he moved to part-time racing in a 57 Chevy built by his uncle, Charlie Catchpole. That car led to one of his proudest early achievements, setting the track fast time record at only 17 years old. By the late 70s and early 80s, Mickey was piloting a 63 Impala, racking up numerous trophies and a championship title. His standout memory from that era was an unforgettable race in Helena where he broke the streak of the undefeated number 77 station wagon. Over the years, he continued to showcase his skills while driving for Pittman and his longtime friend Leroy Bishop. After some time away, Mickey decided to jump back into action in 2002. He joined the Wissota A-Mod class, competing until 2006 and securing an impressive second place in overall track points. Decades after his first race, he climbed into the cockpit one last time in 2021, driving his son's number 18 street stock straight to a main event victory. Though he has stepped away from competitive driving, Mickey remains a cornerstone of the track. These days, you can find him in the stands with his family, cheering on friends whose race cars are powered by his custom-built engines. Today, he is widely celebrated not only for his natural talent on the track, but as a true master engine builder and tuner. Mick Meesmer. Next up, we'll have Jim Meyer. We'll get a picture of all of you together. Yeah, so hang out here for a little while, and then we'll get all of you together. All right, Jim, if you want to just stand over here with your family. You guys want to go over and have a seat? All right, here we have Jim Meyer. Jim started racing in 1979 as a pitman for Al Lewis. The following year, he had his own car. He has run in all classes except the sprints. Jim traveled all over the state to race along with his family and friends. He even went to Canada a few times. When racing the late model class in 1988, he won the High Point Championship trophy. He now helps family and friends with their race operations as pitman and setting up their cars. Jim's biggest pleasure was when his son started racing with him and they ran in the same class for years. Jim Meyer. Next up is Jack Norris. Come on up, Jack. And family. All right, Jack was born in 1968. He developed a passion for racing at an early age while watching his older brother Kirk and his father's racing partner Larry Squires compete. Determined to follow in their footsteps, Jack learned the sport by helping wherever he could. His racing career began in the pure stock division with a $50 car that he transformed into a competitive race car, earning wins and valuable lessons in racing on a budget. In 2000, Jack and Kirk rebuilt one of Kirk's former modifieds and shared driving duties, helping Jack gain experience in the division. In 2001, the brothers began racing against each other. A career highlight came at the 2003 Roundup, where Jack finished second to Kirk in a memorable 1-2 finish. Jack later captured a 2006 Electric City Speedway Modified Track Championship. He also competed in the Duel of the Desert and qualified for the 2009 WISSOTA 100 main event. Today, Jack shares his passion for racing with his son Jackson, continuing the family tradition. Jack Norris. So those were our 3 drivers that were inducted for this year. We're going to move on to support crew. Kim Azure. Everybody's seen this guy around here. Kim was born into racing family. His passion for motorsports began at an early age with trips to the Electric City Speedway. One of his earliest memories is watching his father race, sparking a lifelong love for the sport. At just 14 years old, Kim began working as a pit crew member, learning the dedication and teamwork that define racing. By age 16, he was behind the wheel driving his brother's race car in 1981. In 1984, he became a pitman and later drove a Queen's car, continuing to build his racing career. Kim competed during the 1990 and 1991 seasons before taking a 4-year break, returning to race again for another time in 1995. He remained a fan in the sport until 2009 when he transitioned into announcing races for a year. Today, he continues serving as a fan and spectator here at Electric City Speedway. Kimmy's unforgettable parting words, "I did not roll the water truck," have become a cherished memory and a fitting reminder of his humor and lasting impact on Montana's racing. Kim Azure. Linda Burkowski. Thank you. Bring that family up here. Racing began for Linda in 1974 when her grandpa, who owned a service station, had a wrecker in Great Falls, asked his grandkids if anyone wanted to go to the racetrack with him. To his surprise, it was not any of her 3 brothers who wanted to go. It was Linda. From that first night, she was hooked and went to almost every time they raced. Then in 1980, she married her husband, Dave. They had another connection to the Speedway. Pee Wee Drazich, the number 48 Stockett Rocket, was a relative of his, so they had someone to cheer on. In 1986, Linda was working at Ryan's warehouse as an order entry data operator, and her supervisor was Judy Foote. They got to talking about racing one day at lunch, and she asked if she had ever thought about lap counting. Linda said no, But since she was already at the track every week, she thought she'd give it a try. Most people thought they were crazy when they started using a calculator to count laps. But it worked, and to this day, they still use it as a backup to the transponder system. Being at the track every week, it wasn't long before both of her boys had started helping a couple of race team. She gives a special thanks to Dave and Karen Freeman, Pacer and Kurt Popham, and Roy Minster for keeping them busy so she could work up in the tower. Her most treasured memories of all those years she spent in the tower of the Speedway were the years that were spent with Gary Johnston. They would sit in the tower after each race and talk about everything from racing to just life in general. And to this day, every race night, she can still hear his voice and misses him dearly. When people ask Linda how long she has been at the Speedway, the answer is, since 1986, less about 5 years. 35 years just doesn't feel that long because she truly enjoyed being a part of the Speedway crew. It is very special to watch the drivers now, who were once babies, when she was lap counting their dad's races. Linda would like to thank her husband and boys for all their support over the years. She knew there were times that they would probably want to be somewhere else like the lake, but knew she would not miss a night of racing, so to the track they all went every Friday or Saturday night. Lastly, she'd like to thank the Electric City Racing Hall of Fame for this special honor of being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Linda says, "It truly has been my pleasure to be a part of this Speedway for so long and hopefully for a few more years to come." Linda Burkowski. Scott Carnahan family. You guys can filter down, keep going, keep going. Scott Carnahan's racing career began in the early 1990s when he built his first street stock car alongside Jimmy Zaremski. His foundational project sparked a passion for racing, leading Carnahan to collaborate with close friends Marty Harvey and Ronnie Harvey to build a competitive super truck. As his career progressed, Carnahan transitioned to the modified division, competing for several years and winning the best-looking modified in Billings, Montana. Demonstrating his commitment to family and the next generation of racers, he eventually traded his modified for a street stock car for his son Troy to begin racing. Carnahan later entered the late model division, supported by John Dowson and the Harvey brothers. Throughout his career, Carnahan was known for always helping fellow competitors and was consistently supported by his wife Gail and daughter Kelly, who were staples in the stands, rooting him on. Following his retirement from behind the wheel, Carnahan successfully passed his racing legacy down to his grandson, TJ. Scott Carnahan. Carl Halcrowen family. Carl's involvement Carl's involvement with Electric City Speedway goes all the way back to the 1980s when his brother and Reed Randall operated the track. He spent those early years helping with the maintenance around the grounds and doing whatever needed to be done to keep the place running. One memory that still makes him laugh is when Donnie Feist asked him to pull start the grader. Carl told him to put it in high gear. When he let the clutch out, the front end of the tow truck shot straight up toward the sky. Carl thought he was looking at the moon. For a second, he was sure that truck was going to flip over backwards. After working around the track, Carl started racing. He competed in the dwarf car division for a couple of years before moving into the street stock class, where he was honored to earn Rookie of the Year in his first season. As life got busier, he stepped away from racing, but he never left the Speedway. For many years, Carl provided the tow truck and wrecker service at the track, and even today, they still have a tow truck here every weekend. One of the wildest moments came when a sprint car driver got upset after a crash and stormed away from his car. Carl hooked up the tow truck off the track, not realizing he had left the ignition on. The engine fired up and the sprint car jumped onto the back of his tow truck, nearly hitting one of his crew members. It was one of those unforgettable moments you just never expect to see. Carl says Electric City Speedway has always been more than just a racetrack. It's family. True friendships, memories, and experiences I've made over the years mean the world to me. I'm grateful for every minute I've spent at the track, and it's an honor to be recognized by the Electric City Racing Hall of Fame. Carl Halcrow. Can we get the Mann family down here? Tonight we're honoring Matt Mann. When someone asked Matt Mann what his job was at the track, his reply was always, anything my dad doesn't want to do. Matt started out as the sticker man. He was only about 10 years old, and his job was to check the sticker on the wheels of all the race cars. He progressed to the scale man and then assisted to the tech man and flag man. He loved driving his race car and helping the other drivers with theirs. He was about 15 when he won a feature event. That trophy was one of his most treasured items, and he carried it everywhere. Matt and his siblings first learned to drive in a race car before they even took driver's ed, and those driver's ed teachers sure appreciated that. Matt had a gift for explaining the calls as he made as a flagman, even if he was wrong, as all flagmen are from time to time. He would then go to the driver and always work it all out. His dad appreciated that. Matt was also the originator of the motto and logo, so much fun, so much excitement, you can't fence it in. Matt Mann. Next we have Steve Walker. Steve got involved at Electric City Speedway in 1975. He, Pat Delaney, and Guy Hensley built a 1962 Chevy to run in stock class. It took 2 years to win a main event. Their first main event win was on the night that Larry Squires had his fatal accident. In 1982, Butch Cuno ran the racetrack. Pat Delaney and Steve were the flagmen that year. Over the years, he shared the flag stand with Joe Hill, Glenn Wilkes, Jerry Hill, Jim McCune, and Fast Eddie during the Powder Puffs. Steve has worked for every owner and promoter of the Speedway, from Butch Cuno right up to the present Jeremy Myers, for a total of 44 years. He has seen 3 generations at the Speedway and hopes to give as many years as he can. Steve Walker. Now we're going to move on to our honorable mention inductee, Bill Spurlock. And tonight, to accept his award, is going to be his grandson, Sean Spurlock.
Come on, we're going to take a picture. Come on, Ray.
Oh. Yeah, just right here is perfect. Bill's interest in racing started after returning from boot camp in 1961 when he went to work at Cotton's house moving in Helena. He worked with Roger Cotton on his Class A or B stock car after work hours. Bill started building his number one car at Cotton's shop. His family members remembers him cutting out and welding his first homemade frame. He was determined to build a Class A-B car with a slant 6 engine that was hot enough at the time to beat Larry Squires out of Great Falls, who had a new hot front wheel drive car. Bill was so excited about the flared bell-shaped exhaust system he designed that shot flames. Bill was electrocuted in November of 1963, 2 weeks after the birth of his son, Bill Spurlock Jr. There were months of hospital stays, surgeries, the loss of a finger, and a number of failed grafts, but it did not slow him down. He could not stay away from the racetrack and the race car. Racing was his passion. He upgraded his race cars over the years as finances allowed. He was challenged, and there was quite a controversy as to whether his version of the in and out box was legal or not. He went to Alaska to work on the North Slope in the early 70s, but returned for the summer racing months. He ran here in Great Falls every weekend that he was able to. He also raced at other Montana cities, including Helena, Belgrade, Billings, Missoula, and Butte. He had a good selection of trophies, and like all racers, he loved to win. Bill Spurlock. And last but not least, we induct a super fan every year. And this year it is Judy Wagner. Do we have Judy here or any of her family members? We have Judy. Did you see her here? I don't think they're able to be with. Oh, here we've got one. Okay. What's that? Yeah. All right. Yes, you can call Judy Wagner a super fan. Judy's parents introduced her to racing at an early age. She met Gary later on and learned that he raced, so they had mutual interests and later were married. In conversation, when Judy was asked about the places they went racing, she said, all over Montana. If Gary heard of somewhere that there was a night of racing, off they went. Judy was such a fan of racing that she started her own racing career in the Powder Puffs. Her first, but not her last, was in Carson City, Nevada. Her last visit to Electric City Speedway was just May 23rd of this year at 84 years old. She loves her racing family and friends and is so thankful for the honor. Judy Wagner.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right, we're going to move on now to our kids' bike raffle. Any of you kids that put your name in the buckets, we're going to draw them right now. All right, our first bike is a 29-inch. This is a pretty fancy bike. Shayla Steins, Stines. Shayla, age 11. Her favorite driver is Tyler Leach. Here she comes. Congratulations, Shayla. Do we want to keep Marty? Marty? All right, the 26-inch goes to Tristan Tell, Telle, age 10. Favorite driver is Luke Zampich. Perfect timing. All right, and for this cute little bike here, we've got Beauregard Trebe, age 5. Right here. All right. I know. Oh,
Oh, where's the?
the Strider.
One. You want me to know this first? Help.
All right, and we got this little Strider here. Kennedy Card, age 2. Favorite driver is Mick. Here she comes.
So some of the things we do for the Hall of Fame, we do things for the kids, families in need. We donate money to help them. We put money on the purse, extra purse tonight for the racers. Top 3, or all the classes, we're putting $300 on top of the purse. 100% of the money goes back to the racers. And then we got scholarship fund. We have a scholarship we're giving out this year. I don't know the name, Mandy, do you? But it's being awarded. There's 2 of them. We don't have the names with us, but all the money that the Hall of Fame raises goes back to the community. Thanks, everybody, for supporting.
If we can get all the inductees down here for one picture just together, the inductees with their plaques.
I think honestly, it would be better if we could go to like some of these
Okay.
open stands and
Okay.
have them sing on them.
Okay. We're going to actually follow the photographer all the way down to the end.
Again, friends, don't forget to grab those Kentucky Headhunter tickets. Again, you'll find banners all throughout the racetrack. There's a QR code on those banners. You can scan that, grab those tickets for just $20. $30 at the gate. That is this coming Thursday right here at the Electric City Speedway. Reeves Brothers opening for the Kentucky Headhunters. It's going to be a great time. You can bring your lawn chairs. You can sit in the grandstands. You can be right up against the stage. One ticket price. So in other words, it doesn't matter where you're at. You just pay $20 now or $30 at the gate. You can find out more information, electriccityspeedway.com, or on our Facebook page as well. We've got some links up there. So just around the corner, some green flag racing coming up here on a Saturday night again, a Hall of Fame night here at the Electric City Speedway. And again, if you throw a couple of dollars into the rollover fund there at the entry shack, we try to get those announcements throughout the races out for you. Big happy birthday going out to Dalton, Tyler, Destiny, and Mike. Again, happy birthday to Dalton, Tyler, Destiny, and Mike. We're going to be announcing those Junior Fan Club members here tonight to be helping us out with trophy presentations momentarily. All right, we were just talking about rollover fund announcements. We got a couple more here for you. Big shout out from Plain Crazy Racing out of East Helena, Montana. Shout out to Joe Davis, and there's one that's unreadable. I believe it's for a birthday. I'm sorry if I can't read the writing. So if you wrote something down and scribbled a bunch of stuff out on the rollover fund and it had to do with a birthday and I didn't just make an announcement, maybe go check that out, all right? Hey, Junior Fan Club members here tonight for Super Stocks. It's going to be Michael Ulmer for Super Stocks. Sport Compacts, Coulter Marsick, age 5. Late models, Jameson Sides, age 3, age 3. And Maverick Sides, age 6, actually having a birthday tomorrow. So there you go, Maverick Sides. All right, and we'll announce those again before those main events. Again, wanted to give a big shout out to Central Plumbing and Heating for joining us here tonight. And our friends over there at Central Plumbing and Heating wanted to remind all of you in the crowd about Toby's House Crisis Nursery as well. They're building their new facility. Just to remember to donate if you can. But big thanks to Central Plumbing and Heating for stopping out to see us here tonight. A lot of folks making this race season a reality. Brush Crazy, Citizens Alliance Bank, City Motor Company. Also looking at Crossroads Community Church, Dairy Queen, and Dave Co., as well as Dream Coatings, Dusty Sprinklers, DWK Construction, Eagle Beverage, Exit Realty, and Feel Great System. A lot of folks making it a reality and helping us out here at the Speedway. Green Flag Racing just around the corner here on a Saturday night. Thanks for hanging out with us at the Electric City Speedway on Hall of Fame night. All right, friends, it is that time of the night, kicking off our main events here at the Electric City Speedway. Turn things over to main event number 1, AutoWorks Repair with Soda Super Stocks. Let's take a look at that lineup here. Car number 67 inside pole position. That is the 67 out of Great Falls, Montana of Casey Stephenson. Outside pole position, car number 93 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Clay Irwin. Inside second row, that is car number 108 out of Bozeman, Montana, Bill Monet. Outside door panel, car number 9 out of Huntley, Montana, R.C. Geis. Inside third row, car number 3T out of Three Forks, Montana. That's John Tribble. Outside third row, car number 2 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is P.J. Popham. Inside fourth row, car number 32 out of Bozeman, Montana. That's the 32 of Bodie Smith. His outside door panel, car number 85 out of Black Eagle, Montana. That is Patrick Lemire. Inside fifth row, car number 4T out of Three Forks, Montana. That is Matt Tribble. Car number 22 on the outside door panel. That's the 22 out of Joplin, Montana of Andrew Ish. Inside sixth row, car number 70 out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That is Jason Johnstone. His outside door panel, car number 11 out of Belgrade, Montana. That is Will Morgan. Inside seventh row, car number 285 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Zane Lemire. And wrapping it up on the outside, that is car number 1K out of Great Falls, Montana of Levi DePaul. Just working on rolling in that racetrack. Did a little bit of work to it during intermission and our Hall of Fame inductions. Also wanted to make mention as well that 50-50 out in the pit did pretty well. Track owner Jeremy Myers throwing an additional $400 into that. So a lot of money going to the Hall of Fame here tonight. Again, if you remember, the winner of that 50-50 donated it all back, and track owner Jeremy Myers threw more money into it, an additional $400 for the Hall of Fame. So Electric City Racing Hall of Fame benefiting from that. Can't thank him enough for being here, doing all the introductions here tonight as well. All right, looks like one lap till green flag racing here on a Saturday night. Inside pole position, that is car number 67 of Casey Stephenson. Clay Irwin in the 93, riding around in the 108. That is Bill Monet, car number 9, R.C. Geis. John Tribble in the 3T, 2 of P.J. Popham. Inside fourth row, car number 32, Bodie Smith. Patrick Lemire in the 85, 4T of Matt Tribble, 22, Andrew Ish. J.D. Olson on the booth, and we've got a green flag out. Hold on, rocking and rolling. Super main number 1. Here we go. Casey Stephenson, car number 67, holding on to it. We're bumping about 3 wide through 1 and 2. 108, Bill Monet jumping out side by side. Got the 9 of Geis on the inside of Irwin. Casey Stephenson, car number 67, is going to hold on to it down the start-finish, side by side. 3T of Tribble moving to the inside as well. Irwin ducking down to the inside of 3T of Tribble. Side by side, that again, 93. Irwin on the inside, Tribble side by side. 108 to Bill Monet battling it out with a 9 of Geis across the start-finish. 108 is going to lose a little bit of real estate coming out of turn 2. We're still doubled up down the back straightaway. P.J. Popham, car number 2, looking for some moves on the inside of the 93, nosing it in. Clean and steady through 3 and 4 to a P.J. Popham. 32 right on his back doorstep. That is Bodie Smith. Car number 67, Casey Stephenson. 108, Bill Monet. And across the start finish as we sit, 9 of R.C. Geis. Still got to battle toward the Middle of the pack as well, 70 of Johnstone on the inside of the 85 of Lemire, side by side there down the back straightaway. Almost 3 wide as we head down turn 4 and the front straightaway with the 108 of Monet on the outside of 9. Still anybody's race there. Monet's going to hold on to it down the back straightaway. We got a car turned around in turn 2. That is the 70 of Jason Johnstone. Car number 70, Jason Johnstone. Turned around in turn 2. Again, nothing crazy there. It looked like just looped her. And again, car number 70 of Jason Johnstone. We'll get that lineup back together here for you and get things ready to rock and roll again. Looks like managed to get that transmission unlocked. Sometimes what'll happen with those cars when they spin out, that transmission will lock up a little bit. So again, we'll get that lineup for you here momentarily. Thanks for hanging out with us at the Speedway. Got another birthday announcement for you here tonight. Happy birthday to Keelan Kropp. That again, Keelan Kropp, happy birthday to you. If you'd like an announcement made, we do our best to get to all of them. Let's drop a couple of dollars into the rollover fund. 67 Stephenson leading things off. 9 of Geis on the back doorstep there. 108 of Bill Monet, and green flag is out. Casey Stephenson favoring that high line through 1 and 2, still side by side as we go down the back straightaway. 22 getting a little bit high. That's Andrew Ish opening up the door there for a little bit of traffic to move through. We're throwing some smoke. That's smoke out of the 32 of Bodie Smith. It's hard to tell if that's tire rub or something else. Throws it in hard, and it seems that's when it's the worst. So it might be a little bit of a tire rub on the right rear there of the 32. 67 Stephenson holding on to it, but knocking right at his back doorstep. RC Geis. Bill Monet in the 108 up high. 3T a triple down on the inside. Still side by side. PJ dropping down to the inside of the 32. Pop him. Clean pass along the back straightaway. 32 on the high side. PJ down low. And he's going to pull a slide job. Get a little bit too high. That's going to open up the door for the 32. Smith manages to close the deal across start finish. 67 Stephenson, don't rule out RC Geis. RC Geis looking for a move on the inside, side by side with Stephenson, just about across the start finish. 3T a triple on the inside of the 108 of Monet. Monet on the high side through 1 and 2. Triple down on the inside through 1 and 2. 9, Geis looking for every opportunity he can. Can he hold that car down low? He's not going to have the momentum that the 67 has, but it's going to be anybody's race across start finish. Yellow flag is out. And we got a car turned around down low in 2 again. That seems to be the sticky spot. That is car number 22, Andrew Ish, getting turned around in turn 2. It's all going to boil down to this restart, friends. Casey Stephenson, car number 67, has got the car to beat. But RC Geis has been knocking at his doorstep the entire race, turning in pretty impressive lap times. Right before the caution, RC Geis actually had about a half a second faster lap time than the 67 of Stephenson. So it's going to be anybody's race on this. Now you'll notice Geis is running that low line. Stephenson is running a little bit higher. You got the momentum on the high side, but the racetrack is a little bit shorter, obviously, on the low side. So still anybody's race. We're going to get those cars lined up here for you. And green flag racing just around the corner here at the Speedway. And green flag is out, or excuse me, yellow lights are out. Green flag is coming out right about now. Here we go. We're back to green flag racing. It is the 67 of Stephenson out front fast. RC Geis on the high side. Geis kind of switching things up again. Remember I was telling you Stephenson was on the high side. Geis now dropping up high down the back straightaway. It's going to be side by side as we head through 3 and 4. Stephenson on the inside, Geis on the outside. Geis has got the momentum, but Stephenson, and it looks like Oh, it's not refreshing for me quick enough. It was a photo finish. Oh, Geist did get him at the start finish. Again, RC Geist across the start finish. They're battling it out back and forth. RC Geist in the 9, 67 is Stephenson. We got a yellow. We got cars turning around coming out of turn 2 again. That is the nasty spot for us. Got a couple of them turned around there. I can see the 22, Andrew Ish again. Car number 70, Jason Johnstone. And I'm not totally sure what the other one is. That might be the 285, I think. But one way or another, we'll get them lined back up for you. That number 2 corner getting a little slickery. I think it's getting just a little rib of dry slick in there. Those cars are kind of hopping around just a little bit, but can't thank you enough. As a reminder, our junior fan club member here tonight, Michael Ulmer. Michael Ulmer, age 5, going to be helping us out with trophy presentations, and his favorite driver is Casey Stephenson. So we'll see if Casey Stephenson can hold on to it and get the job done here tonight at the Electric City Speedway. Want to give a big shout out to all of our 2026 sponsors and partners here this year. Flying Wrench Repair, 406 Flooring, Gear Grabbers Garage. Also looking at Goosehead Insurance, Great Falls Voyagers, Gusto Distributing, Halftime Sports Bar, Helena Agra Enterprises, Hills Signs, Ingie's Fashions, I-State Truck Center, J&M Small Engine Repair, Johnson Madison Lumber, Carnahan's Pick and Pump, and Kim Martin. A lot of folks coming together when it comes to doing business around the Electric City. Make sure you tell those folks you heard about them right here at the Electric City Speedway. Working on getting those cars lined back up here. Getting kind of munched up yet again in turn 2. Might be a little slickery section out there, causing those cars to get a little animated on us. That's the 11 of Will Morgan, bringing her onto the inside, unfortunately shutting things down for the night. Car number 67, Casey Stephenson. He's the one to beat, but you can't rule out the RC Geist number 9 car. He's been right on the back doorstep, and it was interesting. They kind of flip-flopped those roles. Stephenson was running high. Nina Geist was running low, but on that restart, they flipped things up. All right, 1 lap till green flag racing next time by. 3T a Tribble, you know, he started on the inside 3rd row. He's knocking at the doorstep as well. It's going to be absolutely anybody's race moving forward here. Big thanks to the Electric City Racers Hall of Fame here tonight for helping us out with 50-50, giving away the bikes, raising some money. And J.D. Olson on the booth looking these cars over, and we're green. Stephenson holding on to it across the start finish. Geis in the 9 on the inside. 3 wide as we head through 1 and 2. Triple split in the difference there. 9 Geis. Side by side, door panel to door panel, anybody's race. Stephenson holding on to her through 3 and 4. Side by side, Tribble once again battling it out there with Geis on the inside, just about 3 wide yet again. 2 of Popham knocking at the back doorstep as well. 108 of Monet backing off just a little bit. 3T of Tribble favoring that high line through 3 and 4. Does he have the momentum to get Stephenson? Not quite. Stephenson's working for every square inch of real estate that he can hold on to here. Stephenson on the high side through 1 and 2. Tribble trying to move things through the traffic. Couldn't quite get the job done there. Tribble again high through 3 and 4. Stephenson burying that car down low right on the back doorstep. RC Geis. Tribble ducking down on the inside of Stephenson. Door bumping, and that's going to take him out. Again, 3T of Tribble trying to bury that car down low. And sounds like the track is calling that on car number 3T of Tribble. So again, 3T Tribble racing hard through that car hard into 1. And unfortunately got into the door panel there, the 67. So 3T of Tribble, that is going to send him to the back. Stephenson will maintain. Now we got the race yet again. Number 9, RC Geis. So again, Stephenson, car number 67. And RC Geis there in the number 9. So again, Tribble going to be all the way to the back there on the restart. No, it looks like he's into the inside there already. So not sure if he's got a tire down. Might be a right rear down too. But all right, 67 Stephenson's got the car to beat, but 9 RC Geis. 2 of PJ Popham on the back doorstep as well. Still anybody's race as we kick things off here. Main event number 1 with Soda Superstocks. Lights are out. Going to be heading Green Flag Racing this time by, again, Superstocks brought to you by Auto Works Repair. And we are green. Here we go. Stephenson cross the start finish side by side. Car number 2. PJ Popham on the inside of the 9 of Geis. They're going to stay panel to panel across the back straightaway. PJ Popham going to hold on to it here as we head through 3 and 4. Still anybody's race. Monet rocking and rolling in the 108, looking for an opportunity on the inside of Popham. Those cars jumping up high through 1 and 2. Monet down low in the 108, getting a little extra momentum coming out of turn 2. Geis up high in the 9. Monet in the 108, can't rule him out yet either. Inside second row is where he started. Casey Stephenson still got the car to beat, turning into lap time 16 seconds flat or just over out of the 67. He's got the clean air. He's gone. 9 of RC Geis on the high side. Monet in the 108 battling it out side by side through 3 and 4. Casey Stephenson, car number 67, holding on to her. Rocking and rolling on that cushion up through 1 and 2. 108, Bill Monet turning in pretty decent times as well. As we hit across the start finish, we'll get you an updated number here on that. Casey Stephenson, car number 67, 16.1 seconds, and Bill Monet about 16.5 seconds. So a little bit of a delay there, side by side with Geis on the inside. Geis, car number 9, trying to make up a little bit of ground on the inside of the 108, and almost pulls a slide job there coming out of turn 4, panel to panel across the start finish. Casey Stephenson, car number 67, battle behind him. Those two are kind of tying each other up, so we're not seeing a lot of real estate gained out of either one of those cars. Car number 9, Geis on the inside, still panel to panel with the 108 of Monet. Casey Stephenson, again, car number 67, starting in that pole position. Got out front fast, held on to it. And 3T of Tribble was the one who was trying to get him before they did that little bump and go. And we got the white flag out. And he's going to get her done. Car number 67, that is Casey Stephenson. Getting the job done here on a Saturday night. Casey Stephenson. Casey Stephenson, car number 67 out of Great Falls, Montana, starting in that pole position, getting the job done. Again, it got a little touch and go there for a while, but Casey Stephenson managed to hold on to that car, running a couple of different lines, starting down low, taking her up high, and manages to pull her off. So we'll head down front and center here and chat with him momentarily. Car number 67 of Casey Stephenson. And he's got the helmet off. Start making some noise. Car number 67, Black Betty, that is Casey Stephenson getting the job done.
This guy needs no introductions, but for the crowd, what number just won? 6-7! Woo! I'm trying not to take all your fun away, but go ahead.
I definitely didn't have the fastest race car tonight. I, Tribble, the incident with him, that was just hard racing. Man, I got to go talk to him and apologize.
Oh, you guys looked really good out there. You put on a great show. We got some people that came from out of town to sort of see if they could beat you, and it just didn't quite work out.
Well, I did start on pole. That helps a bunch. I didn't get to read the track like I wanted. Usually I start in the back. I get to watch where the lines are at. Tonight I was making my own line, and I could not find it.
No, you did a great job, though. Why don't we all give it up for Casey Stephenson tonight, guys? What a great race. And we're going to have you draw the 50-50 here.
Oh, yeah. 50-50 first.
50-50 first. Here we go. For $987, we got a yellow ticket, 820749. Oh, that's his. Oh, what are we drawing for now?
Okay, so the extra $100 that we're putting an extra $300 on each of the purses tonight. So what Casey's going to do is draw a position number for 2 of the spots, and then the hard charger gets the third $100 for each race. So Casey, if you'll draw 2 numbers.
One at a time.
So
Number 10.
Place 10. Place 5.
Place 10 and place 5. Get an extra $100 tonight, and Casey Stephenson also gets an extra $300 tonight. Thank you guys very much.
And there you have it again. Car number 67, Casey Stephenson, closing the deal, fighting for every square inch of real estate out there and getting her done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time to cruise right on over to our Sport Compacts, which again are brought to you by RPM Automotive. Let's get you that lineup. Pole position inside, first row. That is car number 27 out of Great Falls, Montana, of Isabella Hogue. On her outside door panel, car number 22 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is the 22 of Cassie Hudson. Inside second row, car number 34 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Jaden Rain. Outside door panel, car number 21 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Butch Kuno. Inside third row, car number 3, JR of Vincent Opelt. Car number 40 on the outside door panel out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Braden Kolowick. Inside fourth row, car number 20T out of Great Falls, Montana. That is TJ Wenger. Outside fourth row on the door panel there, that is car number 71 out of Townsend, Montana. Car number 71 of Rodney Wagner. Inside fifth row, car number 50B out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Caden Back. Car number 13, that is Chase Smady or Chas Smatey, excuse me. Inside 6th row, car number 7. Out of Great Falls, Montana, that is Sarah McDunn. And on the outside door panel, car number 84 of Leaf Kuno. And we're just moments out from green flag racing here with our sport compacts tonight. RPM Automotive Sport Compacts. Isabella Hogue, car number 27 on the inside pole position. 22 of Cassie Hudson on the outside inside. 2nd row, 34. Jaden Rain, 21. Butch Kuno. 3, JR Vincent Opelt. Car number 40. That is Braden Kolowick. 20T, TJ Wanger. 71, Rodney Wagner. Inside 5th row, that is car number 50B of Caden Back. Chas Smatey in 13. JD Olson on the booth looking these cars over, and green flag is out. Here we go. 27 is going to hold on it across the start finish. 22 of Cassie Hudson on the outside, side by side as we head through 1 and 2. 3 wide as we head through 1 and 2. Bumping and grab 4 wide down the back straightaway. That is the IMCA Sport Compacts. Almost trying for 5 wide. Bumping and grinding here through turn 3 and 4. Man, I don't even know what it's going to be across the start finish here. Side by side, panel to panel. 22 of Cassie Hudson's going to hold on to it out front. Isabella Hogue, car number 27, wrapping up the top 2. 71 of Rodney Wagner wrapping up the top 3. Still anybody's race. Rub and paint through 3 and 4 yet again. 71 on the outside of the 50. That's Caden Black in the 50. 71 dropping down. That's Rodney Wagner. 3 wide yet again down the back straightaway. Isabella Hogue in the 27, splitting the difference there side by side, bumping, grinding as we head through 3 and 4. 22, Cassie Hudson's got the car to beat. 22, Cassie Hudson getting a little high there back across the back straightaway. That's car number 50 of Caden Back, right on the back doorstep of our leader, 22 of Hudson. Caden Back looking for an opportunity on the inside here as we head down the back straightaway, panel to panel. Back's going to hold that car down low, push that 22 of Hudson up just a little bit high. Back and Hudson battling it out side by side, and it looks like Back is going to get it coming out of turn 1, and a little touch and go there across the back straightaway. Rubbing his race, and 71 is going to take opportunity there as well. Rodney Wagner make that pass on the inside. Rodney Wagner now looking for an opportunity up front, but the 50 is going to hold on to it. Back still across the start finish, looking at a 19-second lap time, 19.5-second lap time. Back out front, 71 Wagner, 22 Hudson wrapping up the top 3. Still anybody's race. We got races all across the track, bumping, grinding, coming out of turn 4 yet again. That is the third team leading that group. Casmady. Casmady picking up a little bit of steam across the back straightaway there as well, gaining some ground on the 71 of Wagner. Caden back, 50. Gonna be slowly but surely starting to gain on a little bit of lap traffic. 71 on the back doorstep of Wagner. Wagner starting to read that line across the back straightaway. Is Back going to be able to hold on to $1 million question here through 3 and 4? Looks like Back is going to hold on to it. 71 on the back doorstep. 13 moving up as well. That is Casmady. Got some clean air, gaining some ground on the 71. Casmady turning in the lap time right now, about 18.7 seconds, so pretty good lap time there so far. That's our fastest lap time. We got yellow out. Yellow out, that is car number 40 of Braden Kolowick. Car number 40, Braden Kolowick, stalled out on turn 4. That again, Braden Kolowick stalled out turn 4. We'll get those cars lined back up, and this restart, it's going to be anybody's race at this point. We'll get them lined back up for you. All right, we're going to get you that 50-50 number one more time in case you missed it. 50-50 winner here tonight. Yellow ticket 820749. 820749. That again, 820749. Trophy presentator for our Sport Compacts tonight, Coulter Marsick. Coulter Marsick. He'll be helping us out. Colton Marsick. Or Coulter, excuse me. Big thanks to all of our sponsors and partners for the 2026 season as well. Carnahan's Pick and Pump Longhorn Chassis, M&D Construction, Matt Mullen, 2M Technologies, Meraki Hills Apparel, Montana Expo Park, Nail Elegance by Joey, Nice Glass, Northern Hydraulics, Northwest Pipe, Northwestern Mutual, Oak Tree Construction, Olthoff Media, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Ox & Sons Auto Auction and Towing and Recovery, Pacers Sign and Design. A lot of folks coming together to make racing a reality here in the Electric City. Can't thank them enough. Working on getting that lineup squared away here real quick for our IMCA Sport Compacts. Again, brought to you by RPM Automotive. Lights are out. Going to be heading green flag racing next time by. Caden back. Car 50B is the one to beat. And here we go. Look at him over on the booth. Green flag is out. Buckle up. Here we go. 50 back. Not taking any chances on that restart. Getting the job done quick. Right on the back doorstep, though. Anybody's race still. Mady looking for an opportunity. 71 still fighting the battle as well. Mady, and we got cars crunched up in 3 and 4. And we got those cars piled up. Again, that is 27, Isabella Hogue in there. Car number 22 of Cassie Hudson. And it looks like car number 3 in the mix as well, of Vincent Opel. That is the 3JR. Getting a little tied up there in turn 3 and 4. All right, we'll get that lineup back together. But again, as we sit right now, Caden back, 50B, car to beat right on the back doorstep there. Mady as well. It's anybody's race. Appreciate you spending some time with us here on a Saturday night at the Electric City Speedway. And if you're streaming live on Facebook or YouTube, you can see the 3JR of Vincent Opelt there in the pit, doing a quick tire change on that right side. Still taking a look at that car down in the infield there. That, again, is the 3JR Vincent Opel trying to do some work on that right side of the car. Officials also reporting a little bit of liquid down on 3 and 4, so having those cars roll through that a little bit. Tough telling what that is, but it could be radiator fluid, who knows. So, again, just working those cars down low and working that fluid back into the track. We'll see if we can get the 3JR Vincent Opel back out there. Window net is down, so not looking great. Appreciate you joining us from the comfort of your living room. Hanging out in Lazy Boy, the couch. Streaming live again on Facebook and YouTube. Roll through a couple more partners here for the 2026 season. Peace Place, Prairie Water, Precision Raceworks, Pro Pest Control, Protect Steel, Quality Life Concepts, Racers Church, Robin's Nest Daycare, Rootin' Tootin' Poopers, RPM Automotive, Set Free Ministries, Silhouette Bridal, Simply Organized, Station District Bar and Eatery, Staybridge Suites, Strix Egg, Strobel's Rentals, Sun Valley Little Guy Wrestling, Guy Tobacco Construction, Tacticality Workwear, Taylor's Automax, Treasure State Payments, and Zesty Eats. A lot of folks coming together to help us out with racing here for our 2026 season. Hey, don't forget the one and only Kentucky Headhunters again this coming Thursday night right here at the Speedway. Either scan that QR code on one of the banners tonight or go to our Facebook page, or you can go to the website, electriccityspeedway.com. There's links on all of those things. Grab those tickets nice and early, $20 now, $30 at the gate. So if you wait till Thursday, it's $30. This coming Thursday, the one and only Kentucky Headhunters. No, it is not a cover band. It is the real deal right here at the Speedway. $20 to the Kentucky Headhunters. All right, lights are out. J.D. Olson on the booth looking these cars over here. Car number 50B, Caden back out front fast, and 71. Rodney Wagner on the inside. Matey on the outside, and green flag is out. Mack is going to hold on to it, but Matey on the outside. It's going to be panel to panel down the back straightaway. Matey on the outside is going to hold on to it through 3 and 4. Getting a little bit loose there in between 3 and 4 out of back in the 50B. 50B on the inside, Matey on the outside. Matey's got the car to beat. He is running fast. We got a car turned around there and a tire off. Car number 7 right down the front straightaway. That, I believe, is our first free tire, and it's heading to the infield. Heads up. Rolling, rolling, rolling. There it is. All right. You know, I was telling my buddy the other day, I don't think we've had a tire blow off of a car yet this year. That might be the first one. That is car number 7 of Sarah McDunn. That right rear, seen better days. Looks like her left front is also kind of banged up as well. So we'll get them straightened back up here. Still anybody's race. You'll notice, though, Chas Matey out front. That's our new leader. 50B, Caden back. Can't rule him out yet either. Again, just all depends on what line they're running here on the restart. We'll get them straightened back up for you. Thanks for spending some time with us here at the Speedway. Car number 7, Sarah McDunn, getting pulled off there. Losing a tire, left front down. Lights are out, going to be going green this time by Chas Smady. Has got the car to beat, bumping and grinding down the back straightaway on this restart. 71 on the inside of Wagner. And he's holding. Green flag is out. Here we go. Making him think about it there for a minute. Chas Smady, car number 13, has got the one to beat. Back right on the back doorstep as well. Anybody's race down the back straightaway. 71 losing a little bit of ground. Rodney Wagner down the back straightaway as well. But again, a lot of momentum on this race. We'll see how she finishes. Chas Smady's got the car. 13 out front and center. Mind you, 13 started clear back outside 5th row, side by side. 71 on the inside. Rodney Wagner. And car number 20 on the panel there on Weninger. Car number 13 out front, holding on to her back, getting a little bit high there on turn 4, but is going to still hold on to her. Take a look at lap times here at about 18.8 seconds. Gonna have a fast lap time out of Butch Kuno. Just slightly quicker there in the middle of the racetrack. Again, getting some clean air. Chas Smady, 13 out front, 50 back, right on the back doorstep. 71 and 20 battling it out across the start-finish, side by side. 22, Cassie Hudson. Or excuse me, not the 22 there. Car number 20. EJ Weninger still trying to make an opportunity on the 71. Weninger in the 20T. And 71 of Wagner. Cars moving out there, turning in some decent lap times, about 18.5 seconds. J.D. Olson on the booth showing him 5 to go. Chas Smady has got the car to beat. He's got that clean air out front. 50B of back. Again, now it's just holding on, making sure there's no mistakes out of that 13 car. As long as he's not going to be making any mistakes, doing anything crazy, he's likely going to hold on to it through 1 and 2. Cars starting to stretch out a little bit again. 13, Chas Smady. 50 of back. And wrapping up the top 3, the 71 of Wagner. Turning in about 18.7 seconds on lap time here. We got some fast cars in the middle of the racetrack, though, on this one. 13, Chas Smady still got the clean air out front. A little bit of lap traffic. I don't think he's going to quite catch the 27 of Hogue. And white flag is out for the 13. And checkered flag this time by car number 13, Chas Smady, getting the job done. Starting in 10th position, working his way up outside 5th row. Chas Smady, car number 13, fighting for every square inch he can possibly get there. That car is sponsored by True Grit Paintless Dent Repair and Detailing, Mr. Tune-Up, Oxen Sons Towing and Recovery, Montana Real Estate Brokers, and Montana Silversmiths. That again, car number 13, Chas Smady, getting the job done. One more time on those sponsors, True Grit Paintless Dent Repair and Detailing, Mr. Tune-Up, Oxen Sons Towing and Recovery, Montana Real Estate Brokers, and Montana Silversmiths. Starting clear back on the outside, 5th row, 10th position. Chas Smady getting the job done. We'll head down front and center, have a chat with him, let him know how he did her. Make some noise. He's got the helmet off and he's crawling out. There he is, Chas Matey getting the job done. Again, starting clear back outside 5th row and closing the deal.
All the way from 10th place. Why don't you tell the fans what you were experiencing out there? Look at your fans right there. Look at that.
I didn't even hear what you asked.
No, go ahead.
I'd just like to thank Mr. Tune-Up, True Grip PDR, Reference Audio. Wouldn't be able to do it without them getting me out here.
So you were doing great all the way from 10th place to 1st place tonight. So, and then you started to get ahead of everybody, and then how did it feel to drive that high line like you were doing?
I just wanted to see how high I could go.
You were up there pretty high. Yep, tell it like it is, he says. What do you want to say to your fans out there?
I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for him. Good time. Oh, hold on. Up, all excited here.
So the Hall of Fame is giving an additional $300 to each class tonight. The hard charger, which I think is you, and then you're going to draw 2 numbers, and whichever numbers you draw, that place gets another $100.
All right, so here we go. First chip is just one at a time here.
Okay.
We got a number 2, and now the money goes to 2 and 10. And hard charger. There you go. Chaz, there you go, buddy. Good job.
All right, make some noise again. Starting clear back outside 5th row, getting the job done. What do you say we get over to some late model action here tonight? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start making some noise here as we get some Wissota late models out on the track. Wissota late models brought to you by 406 Flooring here tonight. All right, taking a look at that Wissota late model lineup. 1X on the inside, pole position out of Black Eagle, Montana. That is Vernon Hill. Outside of his door panel, that is Vernon Hill Jr. in the 1H. Inside, 2nd row, car number 29 out of Billings, Montana of Ty Hampel. Car number 1 on his outside door panel, that is Rock Deagley. Inside, 3rd row, car number 1L out of Trenton, North Dakota, Jeremiah Ledoux. His outside door panel, our heat winner car, number 01, Paul Leach. Inside, 4th row, car number 68 out of Great Falls, Montana, that is Jimmy Zarimski. Outside 4th row, car number 24 out of Belgrade, Montana. That is Dwayne Fowler. Inside 5th row, car number 05 out of Sun River, Montana. That is Tyler Leach. Car number 16 on the outside, Smokey Jensen. Inside 6th row, car number 30 out of Black Eagle, Montana. That is Gary Hill. On the outside door panel, car number 99 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Nick Brinley. And 7th row inside, car number 98 out of Boulder, Montana. That is Dana Lirum. As a reminder, our junior fan club member here tonight, Jameson Sides. Jameson Sides for our late models. Jameson Sides, age 3. Again, Jameson Sides, you're helping us out with trophy presentations here tonight. One more time through that lineup, we got the father-son duo off the top. Vernon Hill, 1X on the inside. Vernon Hill Jr. on the outside. 29 of Ty Hampel. Rock Deagley, car number 1, inside 3rd row, 1L of Jeremiah Ledoux. 01 of Paul Leach, 68 Jimmy Zarimski, 24 Dwayne Fowler, inside 5th row, 05 Tyler Leach, 16 Smokey Jensen, Gary Hill in the 30, 99 Nick Brinley, Dana Learham, car number 98. JD Olson on the booth looking these cars over here as we head through 3 and 4, and green flag is out. And the ones battling it out. You take your pick. We got a lot of ones out there here tonight, side by side as we head through 3 and 4. Paul Leach knocking at the doorstep. Oh, no, excuse me. That is the 1H of Vernon Hill Jr. side by side with the 1X of Vernon Hill. Hill and Hill off the front. Ty right on the back doorstep there. That's Hampel out of Billings, Montana. And we've got Rock Deagley, car number 1. We've literally got 3 number 1s up front. Start picking those cars out one by one, huh? Hill and Hill, father-son, leading the charge up front fast. Ty Hampel, car number 29, wrapping up the top 4 side by side. Still anybody's race. Cars starting to stretch out a little bit. Those Hill cars side by side. And looks like 1H of Vernon Hill Jr.'s beating the dad right now. Ooh, getting a little bit loose there through 3 and 4. That car kind of bouncing around. Is that going to open things up for dad? No, not quite. He's going to hold on to it. So again, 1X is going to make it across the start finish. That is Vernon Hill. So dad got him there on the 1X. Vernon Hill Jr. on the inside. 1X on the high side. 1H on the inside. Anybody's race, just about trading paint down the front straightaway here. We've got cars again about 2 wide through 1 and 2. Hill and Hill battling it out. Vernon Hill on the outside, and his kid's going to get him on that one. Vernon Hill Jr., the 1H on the inside. Side by side, so far haven't made a lot of ground up between the two of them. Vernon Hill and Vernon Hill. Kid on the inside's got a nice run across the start finish. That's going to put him out with lap time of 15.1 seconds across the start finish. Starting to get that clean air, and it looks like he's going to pull away. All right, our next battle there, Paul Leach in the 01 on the inside. Still anybody's race right in the middle of that pack. Rock Deagley as well in the mix. Paul Leach in the 01 down on the inside. Starting to regain a little bit of stamina. 3 wide with Ty Hampel. They're splitting the difference down the back straightaway. Hampel now on the inside. Still just about 3 wide as we come out of turn 4. Deagley on the inside. 01, Paul Leach knocking at the back doorstep there of Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill Jr. in the 1H has got the car to beat. Halfway point of the race, 14.9 seconds on the lap time. Still anybody's race. Paul Leach in the 01. Well, just about closing that deal side by side down the back straightaway. Paul Leach in the 01 getting into the side there of Vernon Hill Sr. on the outside. Paul Leach is going to hold that car down low, side by side racing as we head through 1 and 2. And we're getting into a little bit of lap traffic. It's going to be anybody's race here. Vernon Hill Jr.'s battling it out. 98 of Learham right now. And it looks like he's going to get Learham through 1 and 2. A little more lap traffic to start working through. Is this lap traffic going to be enough to slow him down for Paul Leach to knock that back doorstep? It's anybody's race right now. And 99, Brindley is going to be the next one inside there. And Brindley's going to get a little bit loose and take that car up high through 1 and 2. Vernon Hill Jr.'s got the car up front. Looks like Paul Leach getting a little bit stuck in that lap traffic. We got a whole cluster of cars there. Smokey Jensen, Brindley in the mix, all over the place. Paul Leach in the 01 trying to split the difference. We got cars bumping, grinding. We got cars turned around. That is Tyler Leach in the 05. Cars every which way trying to split the difference. Again, all it was lap traffic there trying to filter things through. Paul trying to make a move. 05 trying to make a move, and cars getting turned around. We'll get them lined back up here for you on a Saturday night. Man, what a crazy late model race up until this point, huh? Can't beat that. Cars getting a little bit turned around there once again into turn 2. We'll get them squared away for you here. All right, it is going to be anybody's race here on the restart. Vernon Hill Jr., car number 1H out front. Paul Leach has been working his way up outside third row. Checking panels here along the front straightaway, making sure everything's kind of straightened out there. That right front of Vernon Hill in the 1X, a little bit bent up, but not too bad. Looks like he should be able to stay out in theory. And looks like he's going to keep that car out. And 16 is going to be at the back there, and it looks like they're moving all those lap cars to the back as well. 16 Smokey Jensen kind of tied up in that a little bit as well. Again, it's all going to boil down to this restart here. Vernon Hill Jr. in the 1H has got the car to beat. And we are one lap out till green flag racing here on a Saturday night with our WISSOTA late models. Big thanks to 406 Flooring for making it happen here tonight. J.D. Olson on the booth. Looking these cars over here down the back straightaway. 1H Vernon Hill Jr. has got the car to beat. 01 Paul Leach looking for an opportunity. And we got a restart. Here we go. Green flag is out. 1H Vernon Hill Jr. holding on to it down the front straightaway. Paul Leach not giving him an inch, though. Side by side as we head through 3 and 4. 1H Vernon Hill Jr. still holding on to it through 3 and 4. I should say 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. Paul Leach looking for any opportunity to make a move. He's basically just waiting for a mistake at this point. Vernon Hill Jr. has got a fast car. Yellow flag is out. We got a car turned around along the front straightaway here. That is the 16 of Smokey Jensen. Again, 16 is Smokey Jensen turned around right on the front straightaway here. That's going to bring out another caution for us here. Sounds like they're calling that on the 99, if I caught that right. So I believe they're calling that on the 99 of Nick Brindley. We'll get him squared away here, and again, really 01 Paul Leach just waiting for the 1H of Vernon Hill Jr. to just make a little baby mistake, and that's all it's going to take for him to regain a little bit of real estate. We'll get him lined back up here for you on a Saturday night, Hall of Fame night here at the Electric City Speedway. And lights are out. They're going green this time by 1H Vernon Hill Jr. out front. Paul Leach in the 01 looking for an opportunity. Can't quite rule out Vernon Hill in the 1X either, and green flag is out. I believe that's Rock Deagley there in the mix as well. So still anybody's race. Vernon Hill Jr. starting on the outside. Pole position. He's holding on to it. But again, the 01 Paul Leach just waiting for a little mistake. Still anybody's race. Cars kind of piling up in the middle of the pack right now. Jimmy Zaremski right on the tail there. The 05 of Tyler Leach. And 1H Vernon Hill Jr. still holding on to it across 3 and 4. Paul Leach dropping back just a little bit. 1H Vernon Hill Jr. still got the car to beat. Ooh, getting a little sideways there. Vernon Hill Sr. along the back straightaway. Goosing that right rear up against the wall, but he's going to hold on to her. Vernon Hill still looking for an opportunity on the 1 of Paul Leach here, starting to shuffle things up a little bit. 1H favoring that high side, 01 down on the inside. Paul Leach in the 01, Vernon Hill on the outside. Vernon Hill's got the momentum up high, but again, that racetrack a little bit shorter on the inside with the 01 of Leach. White flag is out. White flag is out. Barring any weirdness, I think we got a winner here. And 1H Vernon Hill Jr. He has got the job done on a Saturday night, Hall of Fame night. Vernon Hill Jr. starting on the outside pole position. And He fought through it the whole time, going back and forth with his dad for the longest time, but he got the job done. That is Vernon Hill Jr., and that's his dad right there on the outside. 1X of Vernon Hill and the 1H of Vernon Hill Jr. getting it done. I thought Dad was going to get it there for a little while, but he couldn't quite get her. We'll head down front and center, maybe. I guess they're pulling off, so maybe they'll send him back out unless they're way in first. We'll see if we can get him down front and center for some interviews. Again, that is the 1H Vernon Hill Jr. getting her done. And make some noise, 1H Vernon Hill Jr. Again, starting on the outside pole, fighting it out with Vernon Hill, his dad, 1X. That is the 1H Vernon Hill Jr. He's got the helmet off, and there he is. Make some noise on a Saturday night.
All right, Great Falls, what did you guys think about that late model race? Oh, yeah. Wasn't that awesome? All righty, so, don't go ahead. No, you're good. No, he's not. There we go. All right, so you and your dad out there battling. I mean, what did that tell me about that?
That was a blast. I kind of figured he was wanting to go to the top, and when he slid up there, I was like, well, he likes the top, so I'm just going to go to the bottom and see if I can't make something of it. And there was a bunch of moisture down in the bottom, and it's technical, just trying to roll out of the gas where he needed to, and tried to make it wide and catch some of the moisture down the straightaways, and I don't know, just tried to be as smooth as I could be.
What a great opportunity to be able to do that. Paul Leach was right behind you. You guys were battling. You got your dad right there. I mean, God, what a neat thing that was. So I'm sure he's proud of you. I'm sure he was hoping that you were going to win, and I'm sure you guys will have some discussion about this in the garage over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a lot of fun getting a race side by side with him for several laps. And to be honest, I didn't even see the white or the checkered flag. I was just worried about hitting my mark. So
no, you did an awesome job tonight. I appreciate it. Everybody, enjoy. We got Vernon Hill Jr. winning. I'm sorry. We got to do some quick draws here. Got a 9.
9. One more.
And a 1. So you get the extra money on that. How do you like that?
that's cool. Ronnie was kind of telling me about what they're doing, and it's cool that they guys put a night together for all of the Hall of Fame members, and they get to look forward to this night every year. So hats off to you guys for everything you do for them.
All right, Great Falls, thank you guys very much. We got a next main coming up for our mods. But again, thank you guys for coming out here and supporting the Hall of Fame night tonight. This is all about legacies racing. You just got to see a father and son battle out there, and you just don't get to see that very often. So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll have one last main here for you guys tonight. Thank you.
That's right. Make some noise. Vernon Hill Jr. getting the job done front and center there at the Electric City Speedway. And I tell you what, friends, we've got the Alliance for Youth IMCA Modified main event headed your way. All right, let's walk you through that lineup. What do you say? Inside pole position, car number 60 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is John Price. Outside door panel, car number 21 out of Belgrade, Montana. That is Corey Craver. Inside second row, car number 68 out of Ulm, Montana. That is Sean LaRock. Car number 26, Casey Kynett. Inside third row, car number 4C out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Travis Shoemate. Car number 2C on the outside door panel. That is Jordan Tossi. Inside fourth row, car number 05. Just saw him out there in a late model. He's back for his IMCA Modified. That is Tyler Leach out of Sun River, Montana. Car number 11, that is Joey Price on his outside door panel. Inside fifth row, car number 12 out of Belgrade, Montana. That is Ty Clemens. Car number 413 on the outside there. Car number 413 out of Homestead, Montana. That is Tate Johnson. Inside sixth row, car number 28H out of Great Falls, Montana. Colby Hanna. Car number 9K on the outside. Corey Wormling out of Great Falls inside 7th row. Car number 5X out of Belgrade, Montana. That's Tyler Johnson. Car number 16 OZ on the outside door panel out of Cascade, Montana. That is CR Eisenzimmer. And wrapping up the pack, 8th row inside. Car number 2 out of Great Falls, Montana. That is Mike Pistolak. As a reminder, our trophy presenter here tonight for our IMCA Modified event, Maverick Sides. Maverick Sides. Again, Maverick Sides, you're going to be helping us out. Don't forget, Maverick's got a big birthday tomorrow as well. So happy birthday, Maverick, tomorrow. Taking a look at that lineup one more time. John Price, car number 60, inside pole position. Car number 21, Corey Craver on the outside. Inside second row, 68, Sean LaRock. 26 of Casey Kynette. Third row, inside 4C, Travis Shoemate. 2C of Jordan Tossi on the outside. Inside fourth row, car number 05, that's Tyler Leach. Outside door panel, car number 11 of Joey Price. Inside fifth row, car number 12, that's Ty Clemens. 413 on the outside, Tate Johnson. Inside sixth row, car number 98, Colby Hanna. 9K of Corey Wormling. Seventh row inside, 5X of Taylor Johnson. 16OZ of CR Eisenzimmer. And eighth row inside, that is car number 2 of Mike Pistolak. Again, friends, don't forget the one and only Kentucky Headhunters this next week here at the Electric City Speedway. It's going to be a great time. Bring your lawn chairs. You can stand up by the stage. You can sit in the grandstands, hang out with us. We'll have food, drinks, and, of course, the Kentucky Headhunters. That is this Thursday night, the 23rd, right here at the Electric City Speedway. Tickets $20 now, $30 at the gate. There's links on our Facebook page. There's links on our website, electriccityspeedway.com, for tickets. You don't buy tickets through the normal website. It's actually going to be a subsidiary website. So again, check out the Facebook page or on the website, electriccityspeedway.com. Click on the Kentucky Headhunters banner image there, and that will take you to all the information that you need to get you squared away for the Kentucky Headhunters. But we hope to see you here again. Just $20 to get into the Kentucky Headhunters. The Reeves brothers opening up for them, and they put on one heck of a show. It's going to be a great time. What do you say? One lap till green flag racing here. Alliance for Youth, IMCA Modifieds. John Price, car number 60 on the inside. Craver on the outside in the 21. Sean LaRock in the 68. 26, Casey Kynette, and green flag is out. Here we go. 60 of Price is going to hold on to it down the front straightaway. 21 of Craver jumping up on the inside there as well. We're going to bounce around a little bit as we filter them through the back straightaway. 68, Sean LaRock looking for an opportunity on the inside. Sean LaRock turned around in between. Oh my goodness gracious. That is what you call pucker factor right there. When you're coming around that corner 3 and 4, you got a car turned around, but that was clean. I didn't see anything there at all. Good job on the 9K of Corey Wormling pitching that car sideways to make sure he didn't get munched up there with the 68 of Sean LaRock. Getting a little sideways there through 3 and 4, pushing her hard. But, hey, that's what dirt track racing is all about. But I'll tell you, there's nothing worse. You're coming through 3 and 4, you got a whole flock of cars in front of you, and next thing you know, boom, there's one sideways. We'll get our line back up here. It's a Saturday night, Hall of Fame night here at the Electric City Speedway. And just notice there the 11 of Joey Price up in turn 4. I guess he might have got a little crunched up. I did not see that initially. That is the car number 11. Again, Joey Price getting pushed down the front straightaway. Unfortunately, getting some damage there. Must have been on that little twist up into 3 and 4. I did not see him get tied up in it, but hey, it's all right. We'll see if he takes that car in or just tries to get her fired up. Well, looks like he might try to stay out there. Might just have trouble firing that thing, too. He did have a little bit of damage on it, but again, it was hard to tell how bad or extensive that damage is. Not exactly sure what's going on. And it sounds like that car is locked up, just listening to the track crews here on the radio. And that car's locked up, so they're going to send the tow truck out there and get her done. Got a great shot up on the Jumbotron there. Show you what's kind of going on with the back end of the 11 of Joey Price. And again, I think it sounds like that rear end might be locked up or just not working right. Could be a gear. So they'll get her hooked up there. That's an unfortunate end to an early evening for Joey Price, but we'll get him squared back away here. 60 of John Price leading things off. 21, Corey Craver on the outside. 4C is Shoemate on the inside. 26 of Kynet. 05, Tyler Leach. 2 of Tossie. 12 of Clemens. 413 of Johnson. And it sounds like they're going to throw those lights out, and we're going to head green this time by. Again, John Price, car number 60 on the inside. 21, Corey Craver on the outside. Shoemate in the 4C. And again, Kynet on the high side. J.D. Olson looking these cars over. We're going to be going green this time by. Green flag is out. Here we go. Almost 3 wide down the front straightaway. 4C is Shoemate on the inside. Splitting them again just as we head down 1 and 2. 21, Corey Craver jumping out front there at 63 wide down the back straightaway. It looks like Colby Hanna splitting the difference there. All right, as we sit across the start finish here, 21, Corey Craver's got the car 3 wide down the front straightaway. Price on the outside. And it looks like Tossie there splitting the difference. 4C is Shoemate on the inside. Tyler Leach in the 05. Keeping it 3 wide down the back straightaway, looking for a move on the inside of the 4C. Leach in the 05. 4C of Shoemate. Still 3 wide as we head down the front straightaway. Anybody's race. 4C trying to duck her down on the inside of the 05 of Tyler Leach. 28, Colby Hanna. He's got a hot car there as well, moving on the inside of the 60 of Price and trying to make a move on the 4C of Shoemate. 21, Corey Craver starting on the outside pole position. He's going to hold on. Getting a little bit loose, though, in the 21. That's going to open up the door there for the 2 of Tossie. 21 making a little bit of a mistake or hitting something into 1 and 2, jumping that car up a little heavy in between 1 and 2, and that opens up the door there for the 2C, turning in a lap time about 17.3 seconds right now. Tossie's going to hold on to it down the back straightaway, but it looks like the 21 Craver has a little more momentum out of that car. There again, that car's pushing a little bit on him. That's the 21, and he's having a little bit of trouble on that high side of those turns. 21, Corey Craver, he's got the momentum, but that car's not turning. The 21, you've seen it time and time again, that car is not turning for him on the high side. It's pushing through. Here it's going to do the same thing. You'll see that car is just pushing through, and he's not able to kick that right rear round, so what momentum he has, he's losing. Tusiatasi's got the car out. We got more cars turned around. That is Casey Kynette, car number 26, and John Price, car number 60. In between 3 and 4, that's going to bring out yet another caution. Those cars a little munched up there. Car number 26, Casey Kynette. Car number 60, John Price. 3 and 4, definitely a dry slick out there tonight. Getting a little turn around there. Now, looks like just sheet metal damage. Hopefully both of these cars run and move, and it looks like they are so far. Ooh, no, that right front's not looking too good on Kynette. We'll see when he comes by here. That's right front of the 26 maybe down. Take a look here and see. Yeah, she's bouncing pretty good. And it looks like... oh, it's just bent, I think. Yeah, 26, Casey Kynette. That right front has seen better days. Long story short, we'll get them lined back up for you, anybody's race, but Tusiatasi's got the car to beat out front fast here at the Electric City Speedway. All right, those lights are out. Tusiatasi leading the charge. 21, Corey Craver on the back doorstep. Tyler Leach in the 05. Colby Hanna, 28H, covering some serious ground there as well. He was clear back inside 6th row. Outside door panel 4C is Shoemate. 12 of Clemens and J.D. Olson on the booth looking these cars over, and we are going green. Tossie's going to hold on to it across the start-finish. Craver on the inside. Leach in the 05 taking that high line. There's some bumps up high there into 1 and 2. Those cars jumping around just a little bit. 05 Leach on the outside of the 21. Still anybody's race, battling it out 3 wide as we head down 3 and 4. Hanna in the middle. Shoemate on the outside. Clemens in 12 on the inside. Anybody's race. Those cars drifting and driving all throughout the racetrack. Tyler Leach on the outside of the 21 of Craver. Ty Clemens, car number 12, is going to almost make it 3 wide as they're coming out of turn 4. Tusiatasi, he's got the clean air. He's out front. Hold on. It's going to be 21 through 1 and 2. Clemens, car number 12 on the inside of the 05. Looking for an opportunity there. Clean pass through 3 and 4. He's going to hold on to it. Clemens turning in a lap time, 16.7 seconds. He's moving some serious ground there. 16.4 out of Jordan Tossie this time. Tossie is going to be hard to catch. Still anybody's race, though. 2C, Tossie. 21 of Craver, 12 of Clemens, battling it out. Corey Craver. Ty Clemens, car number 12, side-by-side shoemate, 28H of Hannah as well. 05 of Bleach there, wrapping up the top 4. Racing hard for that 5th seat right now. Hannah on the inside, 28H. 4C is shoemate up high. Definitely got a dry slick going, and there's some kind of little bump. Well, I didn't see him that time. It seems like there's a couple little bumps, maybe 1 and 2 that a few of these cars have hit. 2C out front fast. He's turning in a lap time this time by 16.5 seconds. 16.5 seconds out of Jordan Tossie. 21, Corey Craver. So far holding off 12 of Clemens. 12 of Clemens on the inside there. Not quite able to close that deal down the front straightaway. Jordan Tossie's going to be starting to weigh his options here with a little bit of lap traffic coming up sooner rather than later. Jordan Tossie still got the car to beat, slowly but surely starting to catch up to that lap traffic. 26, Casey Kynette will be the first one, assuming he gets there before we start seeing some flags fly. Car high into 1 and 2. That is the, I'm not sure what car that was. If I can get you a number here across the start finish. And 2C, Jordan Tossie still got the car beat. Looks like we're sitting at 5 laps to go. Side by side down the front straightaway. Craver on the inside, Clemens on the high side. Clemens is going to get him. Craver, that car jumped a little bit, pushed a little bit again on him. Just made a little bitty mistake in between 1 and 2. That's going to open up the door for the 12. 12 is going to maintain the momentum across the start finish. He's going to hold on to it. Jordan Tossie starting to weigh out his options on a little bit of lap traffic, but I don't think that's going to change the race as we sit right now. 2C, Jordan Tossie starting outside 3rd row, 6th spot. Taking full advantage of these restarts. We're going to be looking for some flags here shortly. 2C of Tossie going to have to deal with a little bit of lap traffic. Clemens is just a clip behind him. Clemens has made it past the 21 of Craver. 2C of Tossie trying to make a move on the 26. Casey Kynette, car number 26 on the inside of the 4. 2C, excuse me. That white flag is out, so barring anything out, 2C of Tossie again, just kind of trying to filter that lap traffic. It is not going to change anything as long as he holds on to it through 3 and 4. And he does. That is the 2C Jordan Tossie getting the job done. Again, Jordan Tossie starting 3rd row outside, 6th position. Fighting for every square inch of real estate. Those checkered flags are out. Jordan Tossie in car number 2C outside 3rd row, fighting his way to the top, taking full advantage of those restarts and closing the deal. We'll head down here momentarily and chat with him up front and center. That is the 2C of Jordan Tossie. That 2C car sponsored by the Plaza Bar and Casino, Three Forks Motor and Tire Supply, SAS Starter Alternator Specialist, Billings Battery and Cable, Willow Creek Speed and Shock Service, TWR Chassis and Fabrication, Trackside Truck LLC, Doc J Design, Snap-on, Underground Overlanders, Sunoco Race Fuels, Henry's Headers, Valley Forge Auto, M&W Motor Machine. That is, again, car number 2C getting the job done. Out of Three Forks, Montana, there he is, Jordan Tossie, outside 3rd row, 6th position, taking full advantage of that race, getting that clean air, and man, rocking and rolling. There he is, make some noise, helmet's coming off, let him know you're out there. 2C, Jordan Tossie getting that job done. Just starting to pull that helmet off there. He can hear you. He knows you're out there.
Awesome job out there tonight.
There he is.
The one and only Jordan Tossie. all the way from Three Forks, Montana here. When he's not selling parts and working full time, he's racing on the weekends. Here's Jordan Tossi, guys.
Oh man, what a race. Thanks to everyone for coming out tonight. We had that epic windstorm to start the night, and I'm glad everyone stuck around for this because, man, that was an awesome track. And I can't thank the crew at Electric City Speedway. I did threaten DJ with the people's elbow earlier if he got a little frisky with me, so I straightened him out, so that was nice. So, but man, I got to thank everyone on the cars. Henry's Headers, Doc J Designs, Vanderbilt Race Cars, TWR, Snap On by Wilder, just everyone on that thing. It was good tonight.
Jordan, how did you go from 6th all the way to 1st? Take us through that.
Just a little bit of patience. You know, me and Corey, Craver there, he was rocking the top, and I thought he was going to be tough to beat, but he seemed to trip up a couple times, just kind of got by him, and I kind of, went to the dance on the bottom. I said, if someone's going to beat me, they're going to go around the outside of me, and we just got lucky. What
do you think when you're they got like 2 laps left, and now you see lap traffic coming up? What's your thoughts on that? You know you're trying to win. You got lap traffic there. There's only 2 laps. How cautious are you with that?
Fairly cautious. I didn't know the gap. I know the 12 strong here. I didn't know if he was going to come with me, so I didn't want to give up the bottom. The 26 car did a good job. He just held his line. We kind of boogied her out the outside of him, but the next 2 were side by side, and they're having a good race. They're racing for position back there. I was just trying to kind of show a nose and maybe to get one of them, but I don't think we even got around either one of those. But it's a little nerve-wracking, hoping they're just going to kind of keep it pointed forward in front of you.
Well, congratulations. We appreciate you coming out here supporting the Electric City Speedway, and we look forward to seeing you. And now we got the last drawing of the night here. This is for 15. This is for 15th place. You draw the next one, and this is going to go for some little extra money. Number 5. So we will fill you guys in here shortly on that, but we got numbers, 15 and 5. All right, thank you guys, Great Falls, for coming out here in surrounding areas to support us tonight at the Electric City Speedway. And remember, this coming Thursday, we have the Kentucky Headhunters. Please go online and finish up those tickets. If not, you definitely can pay at the door, but it'll be just a little bit more. So we look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday for a little bit more entertainment. You guys have a great night tonight. Be safe, and thank you again for supporting the Electric City Speedway.
That's right, 2C Jordan Tossi getting the job done here on a Saturday night, Electric City Racing Hall of Fame night. Again, honoring the heroes of the sport, preserving history. We can't thank you enough for making us a part of your Saturday evening here at the Electric City Speedway. If you'd like to go back and watch the race, we got it up on Facebook and YouTube as well. Make sure you click that little like button. And as Jeremy was mentioning, Kentucky Headhunters coming up this Thursday, the 23rd. Hope to see you here. It's the Electric City Speedway. We'll see you this Thursday. Man, a couple of weeks off here with the fair. And check out the latest schedule again up on the website, electriccityspeedway.com.